you're preaching about and actually see it in your day-to-day personality. That's far more attractive. Far more attractive. Far more attractive. Can I get one second with you guys just to share something that just happened to me? Is that okay? Type of one if that's okay. I just want to share this with you guys. And then I promise you, we're getting straight to the charts before I get myself in further trouble. Here's what I mean. I was actually I have a group of guys we've been meeting for years doing a Saturday Bible study. It's just a small group of us guys, and we just encourage each other and this and that. And we was talking about this subject, and I told him, in my opinion, I was just saying, hey, just stay liquid, just stay liquid. And when I say liquid, that just means, you know what, just be available. If God needs you, he'll let you know what he needs you for. Don't stress too much over this and that and the other. Just if, you know, what's my purpose in life? That's okay. You'll figure it out. But main thing is just stay liquid. If God needs you, he'll have you, do so. I promise you guys, I'm not lying. And I promise you, I'm going straight to the charts after this, and we're not going to have a long class because I'm not feeling 100%. But let me say this to y'all. I literally was in the grocery store, was it day before yesterday, 2 days ago. Y'all hear me really good on this, because this is exactly what I mean. Do what you will with it, but this is what I mean. I was in the grocery store, and as you can see, I drink a lot of water, half a gallon of water or more a day. So while in the grocery store, I had to go use the restroom. And Nancy said, okay, I can wait here. I said, no, baby. And I handed her the keys. So I said, go ahead and go to the car and I'll meet you there. Okay. So I go into this restroom and there was a guy, a young man, very young, who was in there cleaning the restrooms. Okay. Most of you guys will walk into that restroom and see a person cleaning the restroom and never speak to them, because sometimes, and this is not purposely done, but subconsciously we think, okay, they're lower estate, they're just janitors. They're just this. You get what I'm saying? Fix your prejudices. They're just this and they're just that. But I thank God that he put it on my heart to speak and just say, hey, how's your day going? In the bathroom. This is weird. In the bathroom. I said, hey, how's your day going? The young man told me, and I'm going to try not to cry. One of my younger brothers, he's a comedian, and he said, don't be crying on no camera. I'm trying not to cry, but this touched my heart. So the young man told me, he said, I'm not having that good of a day. Oh, said I wasn't gonna cry. Dang. Uh, I should have just went straight to the charts. I hate that. My brother gonna I hope my brother don't join today, man. He gonna call me and clown me, boy. Oh God. So I'm gonna try to tell you this story. If I can, I'm just gonna go straight to the charts. So as he's talking to me, and I'm trying to say, hey, I understand, everybody has a bad day. He said something key to me that made me stop and realize that this is a God moment. This is a God moment. Should have never said something about this. Oh man, I wasn't ready for this. The young man got to be no more than less than 20 years old. He said, I'm not having a good day, and this and that. And he said a statement that made me pause and realize it wasn't the fact that I needed to use the restroom just because of the water. It was a moment where it, you have to have been there or else something. The young man said this statement. He said, "You know, a lot of people are committing suicide right now." Hey, this handsome young man brought up that statement out of the blue. I knew he didn't bring it up just randomly. I knew he didn't. So I began to share with him how it feels to be in low points of life. In the bathroom. In the bathroom. I went in there just to pay my water bill. And I thought about going home because I wasn't too far from the house. I said, oh, I'll just wait till I go home. But then that water was sitting on my bladder so bad. Y'all know how it is when you got to pee so bad. You say, I'll wait, but then your bladder say, you bet not. You want to wait, but I can handle this. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Type of 10. I'm trying not to look in this camera with these wet eyes. My eyes are taking a shower. My eyes is just taking a quick shower. They'll be out the shower in a minute. Had I went home, had I went home, had I went home, I wouldn't have been able to stand in a bathroom at the grocery store encouraging this young man to live another day. Had I walked in that bathroom telling him about fire and brimstone, well, brother, you're going to go to hell. But he already is hinting that he no longer wants to live. I would have walked out that restroom being stupid as hell by leaving this discouraged young man with a message of stupidity. But thank God he told me, he helped me to understand you don't ever condemn people when they're already laying on the ground. That's like kicking a person who's laying on the ground in the head. They're already down. And this is why I don't deal with people like that. And you call it witnessing. Witnessing what? You're mean, you're rude, and you're hiding it behind religion and wondering why nobody wants to come to your church no more. Here I am standing in this bathroom, witnessing to a young man who just no longer wanted to live. And he was on my heart the whole time. I left there. Hours later, I'm still thinking, how can I reach this young man? Do something nice and positive for him. So I had a bright idea. I said, why don't I call up to his job anonymously? And I want to speak to his manager. And I spoke to the manager. And I told her that this young man, and I reversed the story. I said, this young man did an exceptional job of providing some kindness to a customer he didn't know. What can be done to show him some recognition? We had a good conversation, me and the manager. And I described him. She said, I know exactly who you're talking about. And I told her, I don't think he was having that good of a day, but I think that the fact that he was able to be nice and kind and this and that. And I put a little extra on it, because I'm not going to tell the young man's business to his manager. But I just let her know, he was very nice to a person he didn't even know. And she said, oh, I got a great idea. I'll do something really nice for him. Why do you think I did that? And I know we ain't talking about trust, but I'm just helping y'all to understand. You are the gateway between a person who may be on the fence of no longer living, or they can run into you with your nasty mouth and attitude. And this is why I stay away from mean people. This is why I stay away from arrogant people. This is why I stay away from people who has these cocky attitudes of like they're this perfection. I stay away from people like that. This is why. You would have went into that same restroom, never spoke to the young man because he's old. He's cleaning the bathroom. Matter of fact, he was a little bit in my way. You would have probably got an attitude because he was doing his job, cleaning the bathroom, and he was a little bit in your way. So you had to walk around his cart that he was using to clean the restroom. That's how you would have looked at him. No mercy at all. And you wonder why nobody gets along with you. You wonder why your relationship is going to hell. That's what's going to hell. It ain't the people, it's your relationships. Nobody want to be around you and deal with you. And you call it persecution. I call it foolishness. And the young man is still on my mind. About a year ago, I had to talk to a young man who was discussing doing mass killing and talk him off the ledge because he was lost. But you would have came with your fire and brimstone speech. You have no mercy. And I don't like dealing with people like that. Oh, I don't even know why we even went that direction. Let's go ahead and get started with class. My point is, learn to be nice. You'll get far more further in life with people than you will if with your mean attitude, calling it your religion, calling it this and that. No, it's just you. You make God look very unattractive. That's why you can't get nobody to come to church with you. It's you. You're a poor representative. Anyway, let's get on with class. All right, you guys, let me get through this. Let me check something real quick. That came completely out the blue. All right, so I wanted to, again, if you guys haven't seen the message, I wanted to, again, congratulate Mr. Elvis, the signal provider for our group, on achieving the level of doctorate. So now he's Dr. Paisley, Dr. Elvis. I called him up yesterday and he said, Uncle, you don't call me doctor. He said, you're off limits on that. You're my uncle. Just call me uncle. I say, I understand, but I respect him as Dr. Elvis. So congratulations to him. Let's type a number 10 in the box for him. Let's congratulate him. And if you're on the YouTube channel, thank you very much. We do have a bunch of people who watch it later on. A few people live, but a lot of people watch it later on. So thank you very much for joining. There is a 10-second delay if you're on YouTube. There's a 10-second delay. So if you want to join live and be in here and ask me questions during the Q&A session, please go ahead and disconnect from the YouTube channel. The link to the Zoom meeting that we're having right now is in the description below, and you can actually join us in the live Zoom class And once we get done going over the charts and stuff, if you have questions during our question and answer period, I'd be more than happy to answer questions. And I do not care whether you're a brand new trader or whether you've been trading for 15 years. I really don't care. We're all one network of the family. So if you have questions, please go ahead and do so. All right. All right. Next, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not giving you financial advice. If you need financial advice, please seek out a financial advisor. I do have bookkeepers, I have accountants, I have a tax attorney or a tax person who does all that stuff. They handle all of that, so I'm not here to give you tax advice. That's not my category. We're just looking at the charts and seeing what the charts are actually telling us, okay? Number two, please make sure that when we do get to the question and answer period, that your background noise is under control, because this is being recorded for playback, and we have a lot of people who listen to the recording because they can't attend live. We have people all the way from all over the globe, literally from all over the globe, from Ghana, Japan, China, all over the place, who comes into our Super Easy family, and they do listen to the recordings, or they'll listen on the YouTube channel. So please make sure when you do raise your hand and we get to the question and answer period, if you have a barking dog, screaming baby, or something like that, just step out to a quiet area, ask your question, and then come back, which, by the way, in my opinion, some of the most valuable things you're going to get in these sessions is not my lecturing, it's actually the question and answer period, because I can only teach from my perspective, but when we get to the question and answer period, people are bringing up things that sometimes I didn't even think of. But as a whole, as we're growing, your question could be the same question that 10 other people wanted to ask and they weren't able to ask. I also get a lot of times where people say, hey, I want to attend your class live, but I'm unable to do so because I'm at work. Well, that's great. Your one question that you thought wasn't that important actually ends up answering for 20 other people who are possibly wanting to hear, which, by the way, thank you very much. Right now, I was checking the numbers on the class, and we have over 1,000 people who go back and watch the YouTube class recording, which is why we started broadcasting live to YouTube. So that's great. And I do believe as we continue to do this, that the numbers are going to continue to climb to help more people. So again, that's just 1,000 over there, okay? 1,000 and who's watching the YouTube class. So your one question can help at least 10, 20, 30 people, okay? So never think that your question is not important, okay? When you're trading, please make sure that you're using disposable income. Disposable income simply means this, and I'm a big advocate of this, okay? Make sure that your bills are paid on time. Make sure that you do have some money in savings, call it rainy day money. So in case there's an emergency or something, you have access to the funds. And then if you have leftover money, something to play with, then go ahead and use that after you've demo traded for a while, got your consistency up, which we're going to talk about that today. And you're able to consistently do well with a demo account, then you can put money into a live account, because whether you win or lose, whether you win or lose, it's no pressure. Why? Because it's just play money. You know what I mean? It's not life or death, okay? Too many people are trying to trade with bill money, which is putting too much pressure on you to trade, and it has to work. No, it doesn't have to work, because the markets can go crazy. They can do what they want. So you don't want to put important money, bill money, rent, car note money, this and that, into the markets, and you got a problem on your hands, okay? So always use leisure money, okay? Something that and if you're living with a significant other, something that you both can agree on, that it's okay to invest a little bit towards your dream, but it doesn't endanger the family. I want to make sure you guys heard that. That's very important. Please type a 50 in the box. I recently had a counseling session with a husband and wife over this exact matter. So I want to make sure that you guys are really understanding what I'm saying. And I'm very discreet on people, so I never expose who's who. But there was a wife who reached out to me and asked me to speak to her husband about this matter, because it was a real issue. And we was able to get them to come to an agreement on this situation. So when I've been saying this for years, but a lot of you guys never take heed, but this is very serious. It happens all the time. And I've been telling you guys this. It happens all the time. Okay. Leisure money only. Let me welcome all new people. If this is your first time joining us, I want to welcome you. Thank you for joining me today. And as far as the signal so far, Mr. Elvis, or Dr. Elvis, is up 3-0 for the week, and he do have some running trades open. So if you want to join into the signal service, please do so. Okay. All right. With all that being said, we are done with introductions and the notes, so I can finally put this away. And thank you, Ms. Donna, for being with us. She's here. She's our head admin, and she's in the chat room with us. Thank you very much. All right, you guys. So here's what I want to go over, and this is going to be a recap of what we talked about prior. Okay. I want us to get a census on this. How many of you guys watched my video that I posted up yesterday? 20 straight winning trades. Type a 50 in the box if you did. I hope you watched it yesterday. Yesterday, I posted 2 videos. One was for Mr. Elvis to congratulate him, but the second one was for you. So that as we were going through the ocean wave system, we went over 20 straight winning trades, 20 of them, 20. And that was just from Sunday until yesterday when I posted the recording. So it wasn't over a 2-week, 3-week back test 6 months ago. It was actually from Sunday until yesterday when I posted it. And the reason why I did it, and I normally post my videos in the morning, but the reason why I did that, and I had to wait for my thumbnail team to get done creating the thumbnail, but the reason why I posted it yesterday is before I wanted you to see it before class, so that those who have been joining and getting the Ocean Wave system, if you have questions, you can ask it during class, but at least you guys will understand what I was talking about last week as far as market cycles. Remember, I told you that it doesn't matter. Excuse me. And again, you hear some wheezing. I'm really stopped up and choked up. But I told you guys, marking up your charts, looking at simplicity, none of that stuff even matters. I would just do away with it, because the market is going to trend. It's going to push past boundaries. And we've seen that clearly happening. Let's go back over here. Where everything had to be reset again, because look, here's where the normal boundary was, and I'm just going to use Euro USD for an example, okay? Here's where the normal boundary was, but look, boom, it pushed up higher. We've seen that on gold, pushed up higher. Everything pushed up higher, see? Now, if you look at it from, and let's look at NZD USD, see, look at that, okay? Let's look at USD Swiss. Let's look at USD JPY, which you guys seen. I posted up and I had to, I should have held on. Dang it, a little bit longer. I closed it out on mine, but it did hit the average daily range, which was 92 pips. So at the time when I posted it, it was up 77 pips, which I posted a live screenshot for you guys to see that. But it went up 92, where I thought it was going to go anyway, and it did. But anyway, let's go here to the Euro USD, and you can see, look what was happening. You could have been in that thing. Now it's reversing and pulling back to the main wave, but you can see it went slow, 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 and then boom, it shot up, okay? NZD, USD, same thing. You can see that there, okay? And now it's pulling back, okay? Gold, same thing. Indices, S&P. See that? See? NAS. Same thing. See, look at this down here. Look at that. US 30. And that one don't look like it's coming back. Not yet. I know a lot of people trying to call them tops. I kept looking at it from the simplicity side, meaning supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels and all that. And I said, no, that's no breakthrough. That ain't respecting it. And sure enough, on yesterday, when news came out or whatever came out, I don't even know what it was, to be honest. Look at that. Y'all see it breaking through? Y'all see that breaking through? Type a yes if you see this. Y'all see that? See, this is what I meant. This is exactly what I meant. And when it was way down here, and there's other signal providers out there, because I know who they are and I follow them. Don't mean I take their signals, but I follow them. And they were saying, oh, sell, sell, sell. Look at this. I knew it was wrong. Because when you run a company, you want to do a comparison analysis of your services compared to somebody else's and this and that. Yeah, but I knew they was wrong. I looked at it right here. See, what did this tell you guys? Sell or buy? What does this tell y'all? Come on now. Candles are way too small, hugging against each other. This thing ain't ready to break. This is saying full, full, full. MACD is saying full, full, full. See, look, simple. It was very simple. I knew it was a no. I knew it. But what they do is they mark up their supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, and they're making the same mistake that everybody else is doing, which is why I'm constantly teaching you guys to be honest. And I'm going to say it again so everybody's very, very clear. Now, you do what you want. And I do need to talk about exceptional days. So somebody remind me of that, of exceptional days. I will talk about that. There are days of exceptions, but generally, here's what we're looking at, okay? Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday up until London's close on Tuesday. Me personally, I think that we should just be sticking with ocean wave, nothing but ocean wave. Okay, up until Tuesday morning, from Sunday until Tuesday morning, or Tuesday, whatever time zone you were in, when London closes. Up until that time, I only want to look at trend trades. I only want to use ocean wave. I don't want to look at anything else. I don't want to use anything else. I done designed all kinds of trading systems, even some of you guys have never seen. Again, the number of trading systems I have built that I've never released to the public is far more than the ones I actually put to the public. And with all of the trading systems that has to do with anything concerning reversal trading, meaning supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, marking up your charts, looking for the high and low of the day, high and low of the week, and all those things. The reason why you're looking for those things is because you're trying to look for where is the price about to reverse. Okay, where's it going to reverse at? I'm telling you, as a indicator developer, designer of them, at the end of the day, I ain't think about none of them things at the beginning of the week. None of them. Beginning of the week, I ain't thinking about none of them. Everybody clear on what I'm saying? I want to be very clear. Type a 200 in the box to make sure we're all on the same page. Every time I go against that, I end up losing. And the reason why is because I'm checking to see, okay, well, this one is saying that this is the high and this is supposed to be, and then it breaks right through. It doesn't respect it. And as I said last week, what we're doing, and we were taught, you know, we spend all weekend long marking up our charts. And again, when you're marking up your charts, be very, very honest. And I just want to take a little question here. When you're marking up your charts the way you were taught, was it really being taught to trade with the trend, or was it reversal trading? Type of 30 if it was reversal trading. When you were taught to mark up your charts, honestly, looking back now, was it reversal trading? Type of 30 in the box. Meaning supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, trend line bounces, all of those are reversals. Okay. When I used to trade in the stock market, and I went to school for trading in the stock market, they used to use a term called never catch a falling knife. I will repeat that. Never catch a falling knife. I posted in the group this trade here on on USD JPY, and I showed a screenshot where I was up 70 something pips this morning. Here is a falling knife. See, you see how this thing is falling? And it could be the other way around. They were just using it as a general term, you know, but you can, you know, the knife is falling down and you trying to catch it with your bare hands, you're going to get cut. So if this thing is falling, and you're trying to catch it on a Sunday and a Monday, because that's the way you were taught to mark up your charts. For an example, the way I was taught to mark up my charts, here was the actual low. You see this? Look at this. And I go back, and what did they used to tell us? When you mark up your charts, which direction do you look? And this is for seasoned veterans. If you're new, stay around. I'm teaching you something, so I'm glad you're here, so you don't have to go through the headache and the losses that many of us did because they were taught wrong. Okay. Which way are you supposed to turn your head when you're looking at these charts after marking them up? If you're new, look in the chat. If you're new, look in the chat. If you're on YouTube, please get off of YouTube, click on the Zoom link so you can join us here, and you can join in this chat so you can see these answers. Ain't not a single person saying anything different from what we all were taught. We all were taught when you mark up your charts, always look left. And if that's the case, look what happened. Here is where you enter, because here's this candle right here hitting on the same level as this. Look at this candle. Hit here. Look at this here. Here, you can see this here. plenty, plenty, plenty. So this is where we would have entered on this candle right here. You see these? You see this? These two right here. And I'm gonna mark them up so you guys can see. See right here at this level, right when this candle hit, and then this one bounced off, that's when most people would have did what? What would they have done? What do y'all think it would have done? See, right here. Here's the support levels. Let me shrink it down so y'all can all see it. Right here. See, going all the way left, look left. Here's your support level. But what did price action actually do? Did price action even care? Did it respect it? That's a falling knife. Never catch a falling knife. That's what they were meaning. So how do you know when the knife is done falling? That's the question. Or how do you know when the knife is done shooting up? Like this one did. How do you know? Has to do with market timing. Mid-week reversal. I told you guys. So here's again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, up until, and this is just me. You do what you want, and I'm not telling you to trade like me, because we got people who are swing traders, we got people who are day traders, we have people who are scalpers. Whatever your style is, that's you. I'm talking from my perspective as far as a day trader / swing trader. I sit on the fence of either two. Okay. Understanding the market cycle, then I don't even care about support and resistance levels, supply and demand zones, and all these different things until after Tuesday morning at London's close, which in my time frame is around noon Eastern time, New York time, 12 o'clock New York time, 12 o'clock noon New York time. That is when I'm done looking at trend trades. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday up until London close, I'm looking at only trend trades. Is everybody clear on this? Okay, everybody clear? Because I'm still getting emails from people saying, oh, he ain't telling me what time. How many times have I said it in this class? That's not my fault if you don't come to class or look at the replays. And you can't have an excuse now, because even if you're not in my private Telegram group, you still get this replay on YouTube free of charge. So there's no excuse. If you don't look at the replays, that's not my fault. I understand you have to work. I'm not telling you that. That's why we're providing this convenience for you, so you have no more excuse. Well, I didn't get to see the replays because I ain't in this private group. That's fine. But now you can, because it's on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. We're broadcasting live to the YouTube channel so that you can watch it later even there. So you have no excuse no more. None. Okay. Now, looking at the charts going into Tuesday evening, after around 9 to 10 p.m. I told you guys I like looking at the charts around that time, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I'll start glancing at those charts. But at that point, I'm not glancing at the charts necessarily for trend trades no more. What am I now looking at? Type. What do you think? Robert got it first. You got it. Reversals. Now I'm looking for the highs of the week and the lows of the week. Okay. Because I told you guys last week, as we discussed, that oftentimes the beginning of the week is pushing price beyond the boundaries to set it up for the new high or low of the week. And this is exactly what we saw. So as of last night, we dropped down to the 15-minute. Here was the arrow. And look at there. You could have grabbed you some pips right up off of that thing. Reversed. The same Euro USD. Push past the boundaries. That was 37 pips. Let's go to USD JPY. And this is what I posted into the group this morning. Look at that. Now, I got in a little bit earlier, but basically I got about 77, but you could have easily got about 57 pips. Okay. AUD, look at that. Here's the peak right there. High of the week was set when? Last night, Tuesday evening. See, here was the high of the week. Here's your arrow that came in later. And to that support was 40 pips. And I can go on and on and on. NZD, USD, same thing. Look at that. Here it is. See, and this is one I posted in the group where I'd snagged some pips. But because it's a slant pattern, I know it's going to come back up and possibly retest this evening, and you can slap it again. Okay. Gold, it dipped just a little bit, but not much. But you can see you could have snagged some pips off of gold. Same exact thing. All of them did it. Same thing. You could have got a quick hit off of gold. So when did this reversal take place? Tuesday evening going into Wednesday, midweek reversal. So it's not about your marking up your chart. So again, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to go straight into, I call AC for a nice reversal. Okay, you got AC? Yep, there you go. Look at that. Oh, that was a nice one. Hey, K, that's a good one. K said he got a nice reversal. Yeah, that was a good one right there. See? But when did all these happen? Tuesday evening going into Wednesday, midweek reversal. Good job, K. Right on. So the truth of the matter is, when we're looking at this, you guys, as a group, is it more important for us to really be concerned about marking up our charts, or is it more about knowing the timing? Which one is more important before even thinking about taking charts? Which one is more important? That's exactly right, the timing. Because all I have to do is have 2 tabs open at the bottom. And some of you guys got 50 tabs open, that's fine, do what you want to do, and then don't complain that your computer running slow because you got 50 tabs open at the bottom. That's your business, do however you want, okay? If you have the scanners, each one of my systems come with a scanner that can scan and tell you accordingly. But even if you have the scanner, watch this. If you have the scanners for simplicity and you're doing it for reversal trading, and it's a Monday, you get watch this. Let's just say this was Monday, okay? I'll mark this up. You got a reversal arrow from the scanner, from simplicity. Should you take the trade or no? The setups are there. The answer is no. I told you guys, just because you're getting an alert don't mean you have to take everything that comes its way. It's your job to diagnose it to see, okay, does this match the rules? Because it's trying to find the setups, and you will get setups. Why? Because the market makers set up these setups, so it's doing its job. These are legitimate setups. But what a system or AI is not able to do is to read the sneaky behavior of humans. And that's where you come in. Because you say, okay, I know this is a pretty setup, but I know how these sneaky people are. They're personally setting it up so that we can actually go for the bite. I know their behavior. It's a Monday. It's a Sunday. And that's where scanners come in. They're doing their job, but it does require human behavior. This is why I've never created an indicator that is a quote unquote EA, a robot, because it's not intelligent enough to discern human behavior. What's the human behavior? The market makers, the people behind the scenes who's manipulating the market. That's where you have to come in and add your finesse of knowledge and say, you know, this is the wrong day for that. Now, if you get an arrow that says to go in the same direction as the trend, then by all means, go for it. But if it is counter trend, reversals, you ignore it. Why? Because you know it's a false setup. They're trying to lure you in. Have you guys, let me ask this question, then we're going to get to the question and answer period. Have you guys ever noticed that no matter which robot you buy, none of them seem to work long distance? They start off pretty well, but then over time, none of them work. Have you ever noticed that? Type of 300 in the box if you ever used one and noticed that over time it didn't work. Anybody? That's why I never designed them. I told you guys I got an indicator photo when I was on my journey. I got an indicator photo with at least 1,000 indicators and about 300 EAs, 300 or 3 to 500 EAs or robots, auto traders that doesn't require any human contact. And then people got mad and upset with me. Well, why don't you just create a EA? In other words, I don't want to have anything to do with these charts. No, that's not wise. It needs a human to step in and discern whether this is a false breakout, a false setup, or whether it's actually true. This is why we built, and this was a question that was asked. Well, why do you, if you guys build your scanners, why don't you just build one that when it sees the setup, it'll take it? Because it does require you to discern what day of the week it is. And that'll help you to understand if this is a real setup or a false setup. That requires human behavior. AIs are intelligent, but they're not that intelligent yet. Because to develop something like that, it has to be taught about the sneaky, slick, stupid behavior of con artists. You have to teach it to discern a con job. And God forbid we teach an AI con job behavior. We're all in trouble. But that's what happens in the markets. It's a con job. And so scanners are not able to pick up con jobs. Type of 40, if this is all making sense to you guys. I want to make sure you're getting what I'm teaching you. So don't ever ask me, when am I coming out with an EA? I won't do it. You have to make the final choice on whether this is a good setup or not based on what I have taught you. And this is why I didn't care one bit about who wrote a review on me, because the truth is, I knew they never took the time to learn what I was teaching. They simply slapped it on their charts, took every alert that came out, and when it didn't work, they got pissed and started writing a review. But now that you're hearing me, as I did in the tutorials, teaching you how to discern with wisdom when to take them and when to avoid them, now, doesn't that make sense to you? Type a yes if it makes sense to you. This is why I'm not really into reviews. A lot of the people who does reviews are stupid people. Never took the time to actually pay attention to what the rules were. And then when they don't work out, they want to write a review. But they didn't include saying, oh, I didn't follow directions. See, if they had added that in them reviews, it would have been legit. But you're not even taking the time to see what the rules are. And then you write a review. It damages my reputation, which is okay. I was fine when I didn't have a reputation. So, okay, write what you want to write. But those who are attending class, they know for real, that was a dumb review. You just exposed yourself that you were lazy. You exposed yourself. You're not even trying to learn. You're being lazy. If it was a reversal trade, the most favorable days for you is what days? Tuesday evening, going into Wednesday, Thursday, and some Fridays. In other words, the second half of the week is for you. If you're a trend trader, the first half of the week is for you. So all you have to do is like this. This is the only thing I want to see on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, going into London close on Tuesday morning, okay? Tuesday evening, this is the only thing I want to look at. Reversal system. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday morning, Tuesday evening, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Everybody cool with that? Everybody understand that? Everybody understand that? Everybody get it? That is your work schedule. Stick to it. Stick to it. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and take some hands. This is my favorite part. Please do not leave class because we're going to the question and answer period, because I guarantee this is the part where you're going to miss the good nuggets. Some of the best things that come out of class is the question and answer period. So do not leave during this time. Let's go with Robert. Robert, go ahead and unmute.
Yeah, this is an easy one. I just put it in chat. Let's go get your opinion on this one. On Ocean Wave, CAD, CAD CHF just alerted on 15 for a sale. Would you take that one?
No, not right now. No, I would leave it alone. Like I
Okay.
said, the only thing I'm looking at is second half of the week is these. This is pulling back, and it's possibly going to do a retest to the bottom, which
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, because it's been trending. Yeah, it's been trending down.
You got it. That's why I don't look at the Ocean Wave typically. Now, there are going to be some exceptions, which I appreciate your question. There are going to be exceptions even on reversals. Every once in a while, Rob, there will be reversal opportunities on a Monday. And the reason why is because the price action from the prior week pushed so high from a news event until, yes, you may every once in a while find a special occasion situation where you will get a reversal setup from the prior week, such as if you had a Friday news event where the USD came out with NFP, or it came out with interest rate news or something like that, and the price just shot up astronomically out of the blue. In those situations, the market will settle out on a specific situation. But typically, and we're talking about typicals, nope, I will stick to this schedule. So as you can see here, even if we're trying to take a trend trade, may pull back. So either way it goes, to be honest with you, Rob, to answer simply, second half of the week, I'm really not paying attention to the Ocean Wave. Sound good? Uh-oh, I think I lost Rob. I hope he got it. Rob, type a 10 if that was okay, if you understood my answer, Rob. I want to make sure Robert got that answer. That was a good question. Very good question. Yeah, go ahead, raise your hand. I don't know what happened to you. Oh, there you go. You're down here. Okay, go ahead and unmute. I see you.
Yes, I'm down there.
Okay.
I also happen to notice right after you start talking about that, it's like bouncing off of support right now anyway.
You got it. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why I said I'm done with Ocean Wave at the second half of the week, and I'm switching over to this one, because this is where it's now trying to reach the low of the week and the highs of the week, which means it's setting up for what type of trade? Reversals.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Good stuff. Good.
That helped.
Yes, sir. Good one. Appreciate you. All right, let's get to the next hand. Very good question. T, go ahead and unmute. Turn in.
Good morning there, Uncle Pete.
Good morning. Did I say your name right? How do you say your name?
Yes, my name is Tena, yes.
Okay, good.
I have been following you on YouTube. I work 9 to 5, but I've been looking for a second stream of income. Somehow, I got discouraged about Forex because I had tried Forex many years ago and I just kept losing. But when I started watching you on YouTube and your interviews, I am sold on, looking to get back again to Forex, because everything you say with the Ocean Wave and training, understanding the market first before you even consider setup makes a lot of sense to me. Mm-hmm. So I want to get started. I want to be your mentee, and because I'm so blown away with the content that I've shared on you. I mean, I've watched several different folks that are, doing well in Forex, but I think you are very genuine, and I'm very impressed with what you are doing. I just want to be your student and start trading again. So how do I get started with that?
Yeah, if it was me, to be honest with you, I would start with the Ocean Wave system. That's going to be very easy to understand. It's only a couple of steps to figure out how to use the trading system. For an example, let's take a look at some, and make sure to look at the video I posted yesterday of 20 straight winning trades. You'll notice what day it happened on: Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. It's very easy to follow. You can see that this was heading up. All of these were just telling you, begging you, get the money, get the money, get the money. So it was very easy to understand. So I would actually start with this one first. Make sure you go through the tutorials though, so that you'll understand how and why it was built and how to use it. And keep coming to class. I'm always here. This is the one thing, sir, and I appreciate you coming to class. This is the one thing that separates Super Easy from a lot of the other ones out there, because especially now that we open up the classes open to the public, so that whether you bought a system or not, it really don't matter. I mean, that's cool if you do. If not, that's fine. But either way it goes, at least you now have access to a person who created the system, so you can talk to me every single week that we're having class. Does that make sense? So you're never left alone. It's not like,
Yes, I want to get the system.
Yeah,
and
so
I want to be directed on everything. Broker, how to start my first account. And all.
Yeah, so it's very simple. Let me show you. Very simple. We keep things simple, and that's the whole point. Okay. All right. Let me go here. Give me a second. Just go to oceanwavetrade.com. Give me a second. I'll show you. Give me a second. Where is it doing that? I have this spam wall protector thing, and it scans all of my when you go to websites, just to make sure that they don't get. Okay, here we go. Gonna get that foolishness. So anyway, here's the website, sir. You go to oceanwavetrade.com. Once you buy it, once you get done buying it, then you're gonna click on. There's gonna be I'm already logged in, so you don't see it, but there's gonna be a login tab. And once you log in, it's going to take you to the tutorials. And once you go through the tutorials, it just takes you step by step by step. It's very, very easy. All you do is just go through the step-by-step tutorials. Okay. And then if you have any questions, that's what our Wednesday class is for. Okay. So it's really, don't overcomplicate this. It's very, very simple. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you.
And here's what's going to be even nicer, because hear me clearly. With this system, you only need to be trading 3 days a week. Sunday, Monday, going into Tuesday up until 12 noon New York time. Then you're done with this one. You did all you need to do. It'll provide you with more than enough opportunities and potential pips so that you can be completely done. Okay. Once you master this system, then I encourage you to go get the Simplicity Sexy Analyst, which is the second half of the week, which is reversal trades. I don't want you overburdening yourself by buying too many different things, but without comprehending what you got. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Uncle. God bless you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. All right. Let's get to the next hand. Yeah, like Robert said, just go through them several times because it takes time for it to absorb the knowledge. Okay, don't rush. Don't rush the trade. Don't rush the trade. Just go through it. Okay. All right. I have a Robert Mitchell, which is a different Robert. Go ahead and unmute.
Hello. Yes. I'm brand new to everything, so this looks like foreign to me. Sure. So I'm talking about brand new. I'm just saying that because sometimes it seems like, I've watched a couple videos. It's like no one's talking to like a baby. They're going to the next level. So even though I would love to purchase the software, I don't understand anything. So do you have like a YouTube video or somewhere you recommend that I would go just to learn the basics from the beginning?
Yeah, there's a website which I haven't went through early on in my early days. I don't really go with their strategies on trading. I don't go with that, but I can give them credit for their basics as far as just learning what is a pip, what is a this, what is, and it's an institution and it's free. And that website is called babypips.com, babypips.com. Okay. And what's cool about it is because they created it like a university so that you actually can go through a course. Like it's really, and you graduate to the next level, into the next one. Now, again, I will caution you, I don't use their strategies because I'm not saying they don't work, but since we built our own indicators, which works far more smoother and easier, in my opinion, that's why I don't use their strategies. But as far as teaching a brand new baby,
yeah,
how to get started, what is a pip and this and that. Yeah. Now, I would encourage you as you're going along, if you come to class, some of the stuff that's going to take you a while to absorb, you can come to class here, ask me a question. I guarantee you'll learn it within minutes. For an example, have you ever placed a trade before?
No, I've done nothing.
All right. Watch how simple this is. Now, see, they're going to give you definitions on how to do this and this, but let me show you how fast it is. All right. So let's just say I want to, let me find something.
And also, if you recommend a practice software to use, because I would like to practice for a while.
Well, what's cool about this is once you go to and you do your own research on whatever MT4 or broker that you want to use, MetaTrader 4 broker, which is the platform we're using. You got E-Trade, which is a platform. You have TradingView, which is a trading platform. This is called MetaTrader 4, and there's a lot of brokers out there that still uses it. Plenty of them. So do your own homework on whichever. But the good news is all of them, as far as I know, all of them offer you a free demo account so that you can practice without actually spending a dime of your own money.
Okay.
See? Okay. All right. So watch this. Let's just say for the sake of argument, and some of the stuff that we just talked about in less than 5 minutes is stuff that newbies will take forever to learn, just that fast. Okay. So keep coming to class. I'm trying to find this to say, okay, what if I was to take a trade? Let me just find something. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back to none of that. I got to be careful because if I take a trade, some people in the group, they're going to be, oh, let me take this same trade.
Right.
I'm not telling you to take this trade, okay? This is just an example. All right, so for example, let's just say, okay, this is a trade is hitting this area up here, and it looks like it's trying to break through this top, like football. You watch football?
Yes.
Okay, here's the line, defensive line. Okay, you see the red box up here?
Yes.
Okay, see this top, and this each time it's trying to come up here and it's trying to break through, but it can't get through that defensive line. You see that?
Yes.
So if it can't go up further, that means it's going to go down, and that's when we start selling. If we think it goes down, write this in your notes. If we think it's going to go down, we sell. If we think it's going to go up, we buy. Okay?
Yes.
Up, buy. Down, sell. Some of this stuff, that's why I say come to class. I'll teach you stuff in less than 5 minutes that you'll take forever to learn, okay? So make sure to come to class. That's as simple as it is. So if we think this is bumping and it ain't going to go no higher, what am I going to do?
You're going to sell.
Okay, perfect. You got it already. So to sell, all I'm going to do anywhere on this chart, I'm going to right click, go to trading. And it's going to bring up this option called new order. And the good news is this is recorded, or you can watch this live on YouTube. So you can go back to this point, which is 1 hour and 1 minute in class. Okay. So this is where you come in so you can hear yourself again as often as you want on the YouTube channel. Okay. And you can put this back so now you can see, okay, what did he say again? 1 hour and 1 minute in is where you came in on this class today. Okay. All right. So we're going to click new order. Right here, this number where it says volume is trying to ask me how much do you want to put on this trade? In other words, place your bet, how much you want to do. And as you're going through the baby pips class, they'll talk about, lot sizes and all these different things, which means, depending on whether you have the size of your account, you can put risk maybe 1% of your account. So if you have a $2,000 or $20,000 account, okay, then I'm only going to use 1% of that as a risk. Okay, kind of like you going to a casino. You went to Las Vegas. You got a certain amount of money. You don't want to put it all on one crap. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because you want to go home empty-handed on one hand, right?
Yes.
Stretch that budget out, right?
Yes.
Okay, you get that, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. Because some people do that. They'll go to Las Vegas. They hit to a crap table and they put all their money. Pull it all red. Then and they're there for a whole weekend, but they just got there and they lost everything. That's going to be a boring trip for them, ain't it? Am I right?
Absolutely. That makes sense.
So what they do is they put a little bit on there because if it doesn't work out, at least I got some more to play with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Within that quick moment, you just learn how to do your lot sizes. That's what it means, risk management. I want to stretch my money out just in case this one don't win. Okay. So here we go. So I'm going to do it again. I think this is going to go down. Again, everybody who's watching this, do not take this trade. This is just an example for him. So watch this. I'm going to right click, go to trading, new order. I'm going to say I want to place, I don't want to risk that much. I want to use this amount, $10 a pip. And then I hit the, watch this, I hit the what? Sell.
Sell. Yeah.
Okay. And I wait for my order to go in. Sometimes it goes in instantaneously. Sometimes you have to wait for it to be processed. Okay. So we're going to wait. This is not normal, by the way. I don't know if
Okay.
whether their server is running slow or not, but once it does go through, you're going to see a line right here, meaning this is where you enter.
Okay. Now, who set the red parameter, that red box?
My indicators, I built it.
Okay.
Yes, part of the system I built. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. So now my order went in. And how do I know? You see this little green dotted line?
Yes.
That's where they're saying you just got your order filled and you're in. Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to hold down on my left mouse and I'm going to move this up above this box here. And you'll learn this, which is called your stop loss. And what this is for, see, I'm going to move it above this level. So this is saying that if the price does not stop here and it does break through and hit this line, get me out so I don't lose everything.
Right. Right.
Okay.
That
And then
makes sense.
to set what's called a take profit, which means I think you can come all the way down to this area because it's already been down here before many, many times. See, this is called your take profit.
Yeah.
So how long did that take me to do that?
5 minutes, really.
Yeah, because I was talking to you. What if I
Right. Less than that, if right.
All right, so watch this. I'm gonna do it without talking to you. All right, I like this trade. How long did that take me?
30 seconds. No, less than that. 10 seconds.
10 seconds. And that's your job. It's just that fast. You drag wherever your entry line is, you hold down the left mouse. When you put it above your entry on a sale, that's saying protect. They call it a protective order in the stock market. We call it a stop loss, which means if this trade does not work out, then I know I have this, I'm going to lose this much. So on this order, if this trade doesn't work out, I'm going to lose $253.51. If the trade does work out, I'm going to make $278.57. In other words, you're completely done with this trade. You move on with your life.
Okay.
30 seconds worth of work and you move on. You're done.
Okay.
Everybody clear? You clear?
Yes.
All right. See, this is why you come to class. Some of this stuff is going to take you forever to learn, but then you come to class, I can do it within seconds and it'll just be visually done for you. And you'll see, okay, that did make sense.
I'm so glad I came because I said I'm so new. I don't know if I learned anything yet, but I figured you got to be around it just to catch different concepts and stuff,
That's right. And here's the point. We all were brand new at one point. All of us. We all had to start from the beginning. So it's not a problem. Just keep coming to class and ask your questions as you're progressing.
Okay.
If I want to close this order and say I don't like it at all,
right,
or I made a little bit of profit, but I don't know if it's going to come all the way down here, I go to this green line, my entry, right click, and click close, and I'm out.
And you can do that while it's trading.
Absolutely. At any time you want.
Say, I don't want to, I see it going a little bit, I can just stop it. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. It's your choice. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
In the next class. All right, let's get to Tosh. Tosh, go ahead and unmute. Yeah, Robert.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hold on one second. Rob, I'm so in agreement with you. Rob said you're better off being new and being here. Some of us haven't went through years of BS with other systems. And Rob, I'm 200% in agreement. How many of you guys, matter of fact, watch this. If you're brand new and you're in the Zoom class, don't type. I want to talk to OGs who've been trading for a long time. The stuff that in our group, super easy that you're learning. Could this have shaved years off of your journey? Type a yes if it could have. Everybody look in there. If you're brand new, look in that chat. Look at that chat. Everybody's saying the same thing. So if you're brand new, this is the best place you could have ever come to. The best. Not because of me, but because we're treating you as a family. We take the time to teach brand new people. We care about brand new people just like we care about seasoned veterans. Everybody's all on the same playing field in this group. Okay? And you're going to get truthful answers that shave years of frustration off of you. A lot of time and money wasted. That's the reason why I'm doing this, because I've spent years in frustration, years over simple things that somebody could have taught me, but they never did. So if you're brand new, keep coming. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Go ahead, Jay. Let me unmute you.
Hey, good morning, Uncle P.
All right. Good morning.
I was just wondering, what's the best way to contact you personally? I have a level of concern when it comes to the brokers.
Okay.
I heard something yesterday, and I just really wanted to discuss it with you
Just
personally.
do the email. The company is so big and this and that until I don't do personals no more. I have to filter it out. But if you shoot me an email, they'll get it to me.
Which email is it? The super?
Just send it to the Super Easy Forex. Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool. I'll do that.
Yeah. So a lot of stuff Miss Donna handles, and I got a couple other people behind the scenes who handle stuff just to make sure. Because like I said, the company has grown so much until it end up stealing way too much time away from my family to help individuals, which is why I also like doing these open classes, because people were saying, hey, do you do one-on-one mentoring? And the truth of the matter is, when I'm gonna teach you on one-on-one, I could have did for free in here. Could I made money doing mentoring? Yes, I could have, but it doesn't make sense because you might as well just come here. So unless it's something very, very specific, always have everybody send an email through there and they can forward it to me. Just put on the header, attention, Uncle P. Okay.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
All right. And please be patient because, again, it just, I'll get to it, but, just
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, cool. All right, gotcha. All right. Mark, go ahead. And this is for everybody to listen. This is why I know a lot of people reach out and want to talk directly with me. This is go ahead, Mark, and unmute. This is exactly why I do this class, so that specifically, especially if it's for trade questions, we don't answer trade questions through emails. We don't do it because it's a fiasco, to say the absolute least. And Ms. Donna's in here, our head admin, can confirm that. That we'll get people who will ask us things and it'll go on 20, 30, 40 emails later, everybody pissed off and this and that. So I was like, we don't answer trade questions or trade setup, this and that. We don't do that. We come in this class so that I can easily talk to you. I can actually hear you. I can understand what you're asking me. You can understand how I'm responding to make sure we're on the same page. This is where miscommunications come in, and it's just a fiasco. And 40 emails later, and still everybody frustrated and no answer. So always just come in here, unless it's something extremely specific that you need to reach out via email. Always come here. It's much better. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Uncle P, how you doing this morning?
All right, sound good. Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. So first off, just want to say you are a phenomenal human being and you're doing a great job. So I really appreciate that. Second thing,
Thank you, sir.
no problem. I got two questions. One of them is direct and the other one's indirect.
Okay.
The first one is the stop loss. Is there a stop loss for ocean wave?
Yes. So
And how do you apply that to the
Very
dragging? You can drag it.
Yeah, same thing. Let me find something. And don't, please, guys, do not take this trade. Ooh, look at that beast of a thing. Look at that. Ooh. Catching off the figure up. I know. Ooh, that was nice. All right, let me just try to find something. Right. So I'm not telling you to take this trade because everything is not lined up. So please do not. I repeat, everybody, do not take this trade. This is for demonstration purposes only. The MACD is not in agreement. The arrows are not in agreement. So that's why I'm going to take this one. So everybody is in agreement not to take this trade. Mark, you heard me say don't take this trade, right?
Loud and clear.
Okay. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click. Same process like I told him. So if this was a good trade, let's just say, assume there was this setup and all the arrows and everything, the bells and whistles are there, and I was going to buy. So I'm going to click on buy. And then here, I'm going to drag it below the arrow right here. Typically, that's where I like to put mine. Or you can use the second or third wave, which means you could put it below there. Okay. How many pips is that? That's only 25. And see, if it's not enough, and I don't feel comfortable, I prefer to put it below the arrow quite oftentimes. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's what I was missing because I wasn't in a live trade. I haven't taken a live trade yet.
yeah, no worries, no worries. So I like having a bigger stop loss. The reason why is because sometimes, like right here, for an example, look at how it did. It came, pulled back a little bit to the main wave, broke below, but then what did it do immediately afterwards? Went right back up into it and kept on going. So if you're having this stop loss way too tight below the first wave or the second wave, and it's just too tight, you get stopped out too quickly before the thing actually, it could have just been a simple pullback and kept on going. So just like it did here, see, pull back, hit the main wave, bounced off and started going, pull back a little bit more, retested. As you can see here, this and this are almost at the same level. So it retested that level and then took off. And when I say take off, because it doesn't look like it was much, actually that was 58 pips. Okay. So anytime I'm taking these trades, and I'm gonna close this out because I don't want nobody thinking I'm taking this trade. Okay. People do that all the time, brother. So that's why I'm doing that. I'd say, hey, this is an example, and they will still take it anyway. And I'm saying it's not time. I don't take trades during this time. I let the market rest and reset itself this evening. Okay. Plus, number two, I don't use the ocean wave much. Oh, God, that was a nice trade there. That was a nice one. Okay. So that one to its low, that was 90 pips. So even though these candles are small, which is why I like it like that, doesn't mean that it was a no money. That was 90, 72 pips if you got it there and late. But if you got in where the arrow was, that would have been 115. Ooh, that was some good stuff. Let me try to find another one real quick. Let's go to 15. I can even go to the 5. I don't trade the 5 much, but I'm trying to find something to kind of give you another example. Because you asked a great question that some other, and this is why I'm glad you're asking your question, that somebody else had asked the same thing. And I did cover it in the tutorials, but that's okay. If you need reinforcements, that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. So cool. Let's just go with this. That's good enough. I'm not telling you guys to take this trade because I wouldn't take it. I would not take this one. No. Would not take it. But for the sake of argument, I'm gonna just show you guys where I would, if I did, where would I be take placing my stop? Okay. Right click, trading, new order, and I'm going to buy this one because it's saying go up, and we have some of that. Okay. So where would I place my stop? I will put it here below the arrow. See how many pips that is, and that's about 85. That's more than enough for me. Okay. That's good enough for me. Plenty enough room for it. If it wants to pull back to the main wave, it can bounce off and this and that. Okay. That's comfortable for me. You can go to the 15-minute, you can bump it up, you can adjust it. Again, it's up to you guys how you want to do it. Me personally, I want as much room as possible because oftentimes it'll just come back, bounce, and then keep on going during the early part of the week. This is midweek, so I wouldn't even be using the system at all anyway. But I'm just saying that's how I typically would range. I would start with putting it below the arrow or the second or third wave. Okay.
All right. And just on the time frame that you're using, because I know it kind of flips.
Yeah. Yep. Correct. Yeah. Okay. In other words, let me give it to you like this. And it was so funny. I was watching a video from this master trader. I should have played the video. I don't know where to find it now, but he was saying, because he's an institutional trader. He said, do you know where these stop losses and stuff actually really started? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Okay. Everybody hear me real good on this. Hear me real good on this. He said that where this really started was with the brokers teaching retail traders how to trade. And he said what happens is, he said that brokers knew that retail traders were always trying to trade on the 1 minute and 5 minute time frames, trying to be these scalpers. And so they was teaching people how to use these stop losses by using them. Now, when I say I'm comfortable with a 50 pip or more stop loss, wouldn't that typically scare some other people, normal retail traders?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How many would agree that that would freak you out? What you mean a 50 or 80 pip stop loss? Now, be honest. Come on, type. I want truth in here. We tell truth. Okay. See how many people seeing that answer? You seeing that in the chat group, bro? You see this? You see this? See? Kim said, yikes. See? Let me tell you what he said. He said the institutions and the brokers taught retail traders to use the smaller stop losses because he knew they know that they are attracted to fast money, the 1 minute, 5 minute scalping jobs. But he said that's exactly why they're always losing, because he said institutional traders go to higher time frames and they look from a broader perspective. And he said, once you understand where their bounce areas are, in other words, where price is tapping in this range and tapping in this range, he said, as institutional traders, we simply put our stops above that range from the higher time frame. And he said that's the reason why institutions hardly ever lose trades. Only retail traders do, because they zeroed in on these tight time frames using these tight stop losses. And now we understand why 85 to 90% of all retail traders lose. And yet, even though all retail traders know the statistics, why they all still come back and do the exact same thing? Now, does that make sense?
Crazy. Definition of crazy.
It is. But how many people agree that using a big stop loss will freak them out?
It's a lot.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And this is why I'm trying to teach us to rethink our process. Because if the institutions are not doing this, and yet we're hating on them because they're making all this money, and we keep talking about beating the institutions, beat the market maker, but you're refusing to do what the market makers really actually do, how are you ever going to beat them? Doesn't make sense? You're never going to beat them because you're not doing what they're willing to do. They're willing to stretch out, and all they do is they manage their risk by lowering how much they put on the trade. He said that's the reason why. He said, did we just manage? We use less. Just put less on the trade and stretch out your time. And I've been saying the same thing for years. It was so funny he said that. I wish I could find that video. If I find it, I'll try to remember to play it for you guys. And it's just one of those YouTube shorts, 1 minute, where this guy just explained it as an institutional trader, and he runs his own prop firm. He said, this is the only thing we do differently. He said, we go out to a higher time frame, we look at the ranges, and we put our stop losses outside of those ranges where we see that price is bouncing. He said, retailers, they always go into the short time frame. And he said, the brokers taught you how to trade like that. That's not the right way to trade. This is why when you hear some people who are professional traders talking about they don't even use a stop loss, yeah, you can kind of understand where they're coming from. I'm still a fan of using a stop loss because news can spike and it can go crazy. But some people who've got real good experience, you can understand why they don't. But it's not that they're scalpers. That makes sense to you, brother?
Makes a lot of sense. 100%.
And as prices moving up in your favor, let me try to find you a pair. Let's look at this one. So let's just say that you entered in on this one here, okay? Let's say you entered up here. As price is drifting down, if your stop loss started here, above the arrow, and it's starting to coast down, then nobody's stopping you from moving this on down. And as it's constantly going down, you move it above the next wave, okay? 2 waves above. So let's just say price action is down here. All right, so then I move it above this one. See, now I'm above 2 waves above. 1, 2. As it's drifting, I move it to the next one. So where's my entry up here? See, it started up here, but I'm constantly moving it down here. Just following right above 2 waves above price action, okay? And then by the time it reached here, okay, right about there, when price action finally did pull back, yeah, it tapped me out. But then the next arrow came in and I just kept on doing the same thing all the way down. Re-enter and keep it going. There's many different ways to play this, but the point is you don't want to start the wrong way. And that's what retail traders are doing. And they wonder why you're part of the group of the 85 to 90% that never makes a withdrawal. It's because of your habits. Logically, and I'll say this quickly and let you go, brother, but here's what I taught before, and I will continue to teach you guys. You have a logical mind, and then you have an emotional mind, okay? The logical mind, everything I just told you makes complete sense, don't it?
It does.
So why don't retail traders do it? They know this too. It's not a secret. Why do you think they don't do it?
Stubborn, lacking knowledge.
No, they have this knowledge. They know. It's nothing new. Their emotional mind kicks in and says, no, you don't feel right. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel. And because of your feelings, you keep getting knocked out of good trades too early. And then you come back and say, dang, that thing actually went where I thought it was going to go. And you were absolutely right. But the problem is you had these tight butt stop losses that you were taught to use by these brokers who's taking advantage of you, because every time you enter a trade, they're making money off of you. So yeah, they want you to be a scalper with very tight stop losses, 10 pips, 5 pip stop losses, one spike candle and you're out the game. Institutional traders, never. I've been saying this and asking this question for years and nobody has ever refuted me. If I was sitting in a room with banks and institutions, would we even be having a discussion about tight stop losses and scalping? Would we?
No, not at all.
So why I got to constantly have this conversation with retailers?
The way they were taught. It's like you said earlier, but it makes sense. It really does.
Even with this knowledge, because I ain't changed what I've been saying. I've been saying the same thing for years. And yet, people will still get frustrated. This is why, again, sir, I keep telling people, I don't give two hoots, write all the reviews about Uncle P you want, try to destroy my character, and I'm going to still be standing right here telling you the same thing. A lot of them did that. They refuse to do what I'm asking them to do. And so they use these tight butt stop losses on my trading system, which I told you not to do. You did it anyway. And then you want to blame my trading system. No, it was your stubbornness. So you can write whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me because it's not going to negate the truth that until you change your stubborn ways and do things right, you're not going to succeed. And writing a review about me ain't going to change your outcome. It's still you're going to go ahead, try somebody else's system, still go back to your old bad ways of these tight stop losses, get stopped out with somebody else's system. There you go, writing a review on them too. And it still ain't made you one day better in trading because it's one big problem you need to fix. Stop being afraid of using larger stop losses. Why do you think Mr. Dr. Elvis, and I got to remember Dr. Paisley, I call him Dr. Paisley now. Why do you think Dr. Paisley, our signal provider, is good as what he does? Because he has learned the same secret. His stop losses are big, but he can always move them down as he sees fit because he's looking at higher ranges. So that's why his numbers, as far as in the signals group, is so big. As far as winning trades, he has patience to let it play out, and he has no problem using big stop losses. He's an institutional trader.
I've been trying to figure this stuff out since 2020, so it's making sense.
Yeah, but he's an institutional trader. He trades just like the institutions. He starts from the monthly to the weekly to the daily, and he's scaling out, looking at those time frames, seeing where are the ranges. And from there, he can set a parameter and say, okay, if I was to mark up my charts, here's where you will put your support and resistance level, supply and demand zones. That's how they do it. Way out further because they can see exactly where the ranges are and they just stay outside of the range of trouble. And eventually it's going to go where it's supposed to go, one day or 1 week. Who cares? As long as it gets where it's supposed to get without stopping me out. So never be afraid of higher stop losses. If you're afraid of higher stop losses, it means we're using too much on the trade, which means reduce the amount you're putting in on the trade and then you ain't got to worry about it. And which is what the guy said in his video. He said, if you reduce your lot size, it doesn't matter how big the stop loss is. But that's how they keep a high winning percentage. Make sense?
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Told y'all I love question and answer period. This is some of the best stuff. Some of the absolute best. If y'all thought that was helpful, type a 25 in the box. Until we're willing to change our thinking, it doesn't matter how many trading systems you have. It don't matter how many classes of mine you attend. Nothing's going to change for you. Just being honest. Okay. So I have no fear of starting with a higher stop loss, but as price is moving in my favor, I can always move it down lower and lower and lower and lower. Okay. But until you're comfortable with a bigger stop loss, I'm telling you guys, you're dead in the water. You're really setting yourself up for failure. And that's not an institutional thing. That's you. That's you. Because you got to give it some breathing room. Give it a little cushion for the pushing. No, stop. Let me stop. All right, Keith, go ahead. Let me get to the next one. Keith.
Good morning, Uncle P.
Good morning. Hi.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some water while you're talking.
I say I've been trading for a while, and I've been on a hamster's wheel where you really resonate with me because I've traded and seems like I never go forward. So I want to get your system, but I want to know how do I get it, and as far as the order and getting it. On your website, do I need to get the 2 easy system first? And
like I told the other gentleman, I'll stop you right there, sir.
okay.
If I was a smart salesperson, I'll tell you to buy all of them. I ain't a salesperson. I'm not good at it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The system you see on my screen is the one I would start with. It's the simplest one to understand, and you can make some very good pips and only have to work half a week. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday up until London close. Ocean wave all day long.
Oh, okay. Do I need to get the 2 easy system first, or
I will repeat it again. Ocean wave first.
Ocean wave first? Just ocean wave. That's fine. Just have the ocean wave.
I told you I'm a poor salesman. What I was supposed to Donna, you know me. You've been working with me for years. I need to. And you know what? When I used to work in corporate, I always was either the top salesperson in the company or somewhere in that range because I was very good at sales. But when it comes to my own company, I'm terrible. Here's the reason why. Because I'm telling you the truth.
Thanks for your honesty.
Yeah, I should have told you. If I was a good salesperson working for somebody else's company other than my own, I would have told you, yeah, you need to get this. But then at the same time, sir, you can get this one, and then you get this one as well. And then we can throw it in the bonus, and you can and then I would have overwhelmed you with too many systems before you can comprehend the first one, which is what happens with a lot of these people who sell indicators. They sell them in batches. So they bump you up and upgrade you to the next one, which is fine, nothing wrong with it. But make sure you have studied the first one.
Okay.
Okay. Like even us, they call it order bumps. Where they'll offer your order or offer your bonus, this or that at a discounted price. I don't have a problem with that. We do that too. But what I want you to do is, if you're asking me honestly, which one, if you just want to start with one, always start with the ocean wave first. Then you can always buy the others, which I've done before. I buy the others, but I don't even start using them yet. Because if you're going to offer me a discount on them, it's cool. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to try to use all of them at the same time because it'll get me confused. So the truth of the matter is, I should be telling you to buy everything, but the honest answer is no, I don't want you doing that, sir. Start with ocean wave. You're going to use this only on what days?
Sunday through Tuesday, about 12.
Okay. Now you got it. Start with that one.
Okay.
Start the demo account. Make sure to go through the course tutorials. Okay. I'm very detailed in that course tutorial, going through a lot of stuff. And if you have any questions, again, just keep coming to class on Wednesdays. I'll be more than happy to go over trades with you and guide you. Make a journal of all your trades. We can go through them. Make sure you get that in the demo account, and then you can flip over to a live account and this and this and this and this, okay? Then once you have mastered this and you're comfortable with it, working Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday up until London close, then we can start talking about getting this system, which is a whole different type of trading altogether, okay?
Okay.
All right. But until then, just start with this one. Ocean wave first. Okay.
Ocean wave first, then.
Hands down. Hands down. Okay. Hands down.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem, bro. All righty. I'm a terrible salesman. Because again, I gotta listen. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all, when I'm done with this class, and when I am done at the end of the day, and I have to lay in that bed, and it's hard for me to go sleep. My mind just runs. I can't go before. I can't think straight if some foolery that took place, some sham job just for a couple of dollars. I'm not selling my soul for dollars. Y'all know how many companies reach out to me wanting me to do business, represent their company, do this, that, and the other? No, because I don't know if you're operating with integrity. And then you want me to put my name on it. God took care of me when I had nothing. When I was a multimillionaire, real estate, buying new cars, multiple houses here and there, and balling out of control, and then lost everything. And God stood by me. And at the lowest point in my life, I didn't con nobody for money. So God forbid that he gave me a fresh start. And now I decide I want to start doing some sham jobs for a couple of bucks. God forbid. So I'm going to give you honest answers. Whether you like them or not, that's up to you. And I can't even say that I'm right or wrong. I don't know, but I'm just going to try to give you an honest answer. Because when I stand for God, I want him to say, you know what? Well done, good and faithful servant. At least you told him the truth to the best of your ability. And you can make all the money you want, but it will not buy you peace of mind. Somebody who agrees with that type of amen in the box. Money can never buy you peace of mind. Only your character can buy that. Only your integrity can buy you that. How you treated people can buy you peace of mind, not money. And I mean that. That's real talk. Alrighty then, let's get to the next one. Kevin, go right ahead. Hi,
Hey,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey, Uncle Pete, appreciate you taking, first of all the knowledge you're sharing. The question I have, and I just heard you say you need to go with the Ocean Wave first. Two questions. Does Ocean Wave come with a push system? And on your other systems, is it 2 scanners on the Simplicity, or just, I'm getting confused on how many scanners you have.
Sure. So I didn't really hear your first question clearly. Can you go over that one again? I want to make sure I heard you clear.
On Ocean Wave, does it have a push system to notify you when?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the Ocean Wave also comes with its own scanner. So when the arrows do come out, it does send you an alert. Yes, so it does come with a scanner. Yeah, no extra cost. We just threw that in for you guys. Yep. And what was your second question? Kevin? Uh-oh, did I lose Kevin? Kevin, go ahead. Unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and on the second one, is it 2 scanners on the second system?
Yeah. So with this one here, it comes with the trend line scanner. You see this trend line right here?
Yes.
Okay, so when price action actually touches the trend line, like it did here, it'll send you an alert to let you know, hey, price action just touched the trend line. Okay, so let's take a look at this one for an example. This will be a good area. You see this range right here? This one?
Yes.
Okay, so when price action came down and touched the trend line, you would have got an alert from the trend line scanner. The second scanner it comes with, which is where now the first time you can see it hits this trend line, okay, boom, you got an alert. The second one is the SR scanner, which is a support and resistance scanner. And this all comes with the sexy analyst, okay? That's why I call it sexy. That thing's sexy, okay? I should have chosen a better name, but, you know, that's the one that was on my mind. But when it hits the support, you see this white support, and you can change these colors to whatever you want. I would like yellow for resistance and white for support, but you can go in there and change it to whatever color. So you see when price action is sitting on this support?
Yes.
It'll send you the second scanner that it comes with. It will send you an alert when it's bouncing off of support. So now you're being alerted when it's hitting off the trend line, and you're being alerted when it's hitting off support. So if you get a alert coming from both of these, wouldn't that say, hey, I think I made to pay attention?
So you get 2 alerts on that system.
Yeah, you would get one from the trend line scanner, and you would get one from the support and resistance scanner.
Okay.
If they're both matching up, that tells me I really need to be paying attention. Let me go take a look at this thing here and see what's popping off. See if it's a good setup. Okay.
Now you on your teachings, I heard you mention it. I don't know if you've done any videos on it. You talk about an outer trend and an inner trend. Have you
Yes.
done any videos on that? Because I've never heard that terminology before.
Yeah, it's in the tutorials. It's in the
It's in
tutorial.
it's in the
Let me tell
tutorial.
you, let me help you out with something. All right, hear me good. I was so serious about just learning this stuff. I actually paid a dude, a reputable guy, okay? But I paid him $500 for his course on drawing trend lines. Can you believe that? $500. Watch this. So I'm always using, for your class sake, the outer trend lines. But in here, in these settings, you have a choice for the inner trend lines, see, inner trend lines and outer trend lines, okay? You got both options. Right now, I have this one turned on to yes, which is the outer trend lines, which is where the scanner is going to work. But you also have an inner trend lines, because sometimes on the broader perspective, watch this, and you'll see this here. On the broader perspective, it's looking for the main range when it's looking for trends, the main range. But when you're actually marking it up, you can have a main range, but then on the inside, there's a smaller range going on at the same time, which could be a little bit off, okay? And so you're looking for an agreement between the two. I paid $500 to learn how to manually draw these lines. And then I built it in here so it automatically does the same thing. Same thing that cost me $500 to learn how to draw with my hand. With one click, and it's already done for you. And now you can see, here's the main range. See this, where price action is constantly bouncing off of this range right here?
Yes.
You see that? But when it hit the inner range, you see the inner range is catching these here, from here to here, okay? And that's how you're drawing the trend lines. That's how you're doing it. Now I got both of them on the charts, and with one click, I got my outer, see, which is catching this big top and this big bottom, but then you have the inner, which was catching the directional bias inside of the main range. See this main range, how wide it is? See? You see how wide this is? Okay. But within that range, it's showing you the inner range. See? So right here, you can see where it bounced off and came back down. Bounced, hit the top of this, and then dropped. You see that? So now you get the understanding from not only the broad range, but also from the inside range as it's sliding down to the other side. Okay, so if it was going this way, these inner trend lines would have been setting a parameter between these two. Same thing I would have had to manually do, where I would have had to draw a trend line like this, see, and you sit there and do all this here, okay, and you got to draw your trend lines and, you know, and catch that and try to, is this touching 3 taps to the top and this and that, and, you know, and you're doing all this and you spend all day just trying to get it exactly right with one, you know, and did okay, how many times is this touching the trend? Okay, did I get it accurate? And now you got to go back and do the bottom one, and you're spending all day doing this, and you're already exhausted trying to get it exactly right. And guess what? That was just off of just one chart.
So that right there, you can actually see the pullback right there as well, can't you?
You got my point. But look at how long it's taken me to draw all these manually, when all I had to do is get the sexy analyst, and with one click, no matter what time frame you're on, it'll readjust it for you. That's the 1 hour. See, that's the 4 hour. See, and look at what it's doing on the 4. See, the inner, you see that? It's showing you this is where the bounces are. You can click off the outer trend line and only use the inner trend line. You have choices here. Watch this. So you can go here to the sexy, and if you want to turn off the outer trend lines and only use the inner trend lines, you can do that. Oh, but you know what we did that was beast mode? You want to see something cool?
Yes, sir.
Okay, watch this. This is cool. With the sexy analyst, we did something different, okay? Let me do this. Let me indicate a list. Got a SA. All right, watch this. Right here, it has a feature that we built into it, okay? On the inner trend lines, if you click on text, and I'll say put it at the right lower corner, all right? Or we'll put it at the left lower corner. Okay, all right. Bam. This is beast mode. Watch this. Look at what it tells you. It actually tells you the number of pips it's away from the lower trend line. How many pips from the lower trend line?
29, 30.
In order for it to reach all the way up here to this one, how many pips it needs to go?
30, or is that
199 pips.
199?
So it's telling you potentially if it does reach up to the upper trend line and retest, you got about 199 pips to make on this thing if it bounces from here.
Your coder is tough. Yeah, he's tough.
And that's all within the sexy analyst. That's why if you do get our training systems, I'm begging people to please make sure that you go through the tutorials on how to use it, because a lot of people are not taking advantage of all the features it offers. And these are a lot of hidden gems that we built into it so that you're not even guessing, well, how many pips to the lower level? Okay, well, that means in order for it to touch this lower level, it's 28 pips away. But if it does potentially bounce, because people want to do, okay, well, I want to do a trade on the risk ratio, 1-to-2, 1-to-1 risk ratio, 1-to-2 risk ratio, 1-to-3. Okay, so if this thing, for an example, if I take this straight right here and I say, okay, I think it's going to bounce here, it's sitting on support, multiple candles, I'm going to buy right here. Okay, so now I know it's 30 pips. Okay, and I'm cool with distance, so I'll use 69 pips just to give it some breathing room. See the support level? See this support level?
Yes.
I'm gonna put it below the second one, below that one. Okay, that was the lower highs. Here was the higher high, just lower. I'm gonna put it below there. I can always move it up to where I feel comfortable. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, okay, I'm doing 68 pips. Okay, you with me so far?
Yes.
All right. So if this thing, and let me click on it. Go back. All right, and let me add it back in. I didn't save the template, that's why, sorry. But let's just say that I want to use that number that was on it. And I don't know why mine's disappeared. I gotta figure that out. But anyway, it says I can go about 199 pips to the upside, am I right?
Right.
Okay, so that means if I do 199 pips, even if I put it to here, to this range, is that more than 1-to-2 or more than 1-to-3?
Definitely.
Okay, then now I got a range. Now I know what I'm doing. And I'm done with the trade. Make sense?
Definitely. So can you find that's probably I'm trying to get out of scalping.
I suggest you do.
Yeah.
I used to do videos on that, and I used to say, you know what, everybody likes scalping, but the markets is scalping them.
Exactly. So I just want to find, I guess my concern is finding a true entry on the ocean wave, the bottom. And I understand your thoughts Sunday through Tuesday, but it's a mindset.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, that's my struggle.
Let me give it to you just like this, sir, to be honest. Get your head peeled enough times. How do you teach a kid? You know what? Here's a rule. I literally live by this rule. I don't deal with stubborn people. I don't. I do not have anything to do with stubborn people. As soon as I find out you're just stubborn, my mouth is shut and I move on about my day. You know why? Here's the reason. Here's what happens with stubborn people. Life will whoop your behind until you submit. I don't need to add myself into that. I had more than enough days where I was stubborn and got whooped on. I'm tired. I get it. Life, you're right, I'm wrong. God, you're right, I'm wrong. And a lot of people get mad at God. Sometimes God just removes his grace off of you. If you're going to keep being stubborn, I'm going to remove my grace off of you and let you suffer the consequences of your choice. Because if you're going to be stubborn and keep doing the same thing, but you want me to rescue you out of it, I'm not doing that. So I just do it God's way. I just leave stubborn people alone. And I've been saying for years, stubborn people always lose. Stubborn people always lose. They lose relationships, they lose money, they lose jobs, they lose opportunities because they're stubborn. Okay. In the Forex market, the retail trader is just flat out stubborn. I can teach all day long about not using tight stop losses and not doing this and that. And what do they do anyway? What do you think they do?
Tight stop losses and lose.
And then they get mad at you and they blame your trading system. They blame you this. They're willing to blame everybody except for who? Themselves. I keep
I
asking
want to
the
be
same questions.
accountable.
If the banks and institutions, if I was talking to a room of banks and institutions, would we even be having a conversation about scalping?
Nope.
Not a single person ever refuted me on that. And yet, when I'm talking to retail traders, what am I primarily trying to convince them to stop doing?
Scalping. You're right, Uncle P.
And
That's
see,
why I'm
gonna
trying to
tell
make the
you,
change.
yeah, but see, here's the point. I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna let you do you. Again, this is why I don't care about reviews or anything else, because they don't include their stubbornness. I told you don't do this. You took my system and you did it anyway, the way you wanted to do it. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to because you wanted to take my stuff, but keep your bad habits with it. You was willing to divorce your stubborn ways to do things right. No, you wanted to take my system and then attach it to your bad habits, and then you want to blame me at the end of the day when it didn't work out. Well, then go ahead, write your reviews. That's on you. But it will not make a difference because until you're willing to divorce what you have in mind, what you thought, and be open to what actually institutional traders and professional traders do, then don't keep calling yourself a trader. Get that out of your mouth because you're not a trader. You're just giving away money because you're stubborn.
You preaching, Uncle Pete.
It's the truth, though, ain't it?
That is the truth.
Okay, then that's why I'm still here. I have survived so many attacks on me, so many lies about me, and I'm still here. You know why? Because truth will always outlast lies. I will stand here and tell the truth because I was deceived the same way. Most retail traders are introduced to the Forex market through what? Scalping, short, tight stop losses. And as I told you, even this man who runs a firm, what did he say? We were taught, and these concepts were introduced by who? Not professional traders, not banks and institutions, but by brokers. Why? Because every time you take a trade, the brokers
make money.
And watch this. Do institutional traders trade more or do retail traders trade more?
Retail's trade more. Money grab.
See, all I'm going to do is provide you with truth. Now, here's the point. This is why the Bible says the truth will set you free. I believe that, but I said if I was writing that scripture, I would have added a little bonus. The truth will set you free if you're willing to accept it.
And apply.
Because it doesn't matter how many people I've told thousands of people this in the retail space, but very few actually took advantage of it. And they're still wondering why they're losing, but they refuse to accept the truth. Because every time I've asked that question, not a single person in all these years can refute what I said about the institutional traders. Nobody, not a single person. I've taught thousands, not a single person refuted me. And yet, when it comes to the retailers, we're still having this conversation. So keep being stubborn. That's on you. I can't make you do anything. I can only show you the truth. I can only reveal, which is why the book of Revelations, the Revelations means reveal, to reveal the truth to you. I can only reveal the truth to you, but it's up to you whether you want to accept it for what it is or whether it's not. And the truth is, you can only always check your trade history all these years, all this time you've been trading, check your history against the truth. And the truth will be screaming right there in your face. I told you so. So if you fix this, you won't have such a bad history. You want to increase your winning percentage? Listen to what this man is telling you. You can pray all day long. You can fast. You can throw holy water on these charts and everything else, and nothing's going to make a difference until you change your stubborn ways. Not you, sir, but I'm talking to everybody.
I understand.
We have to change our ways, or nothing's going to be different.
I appreciate your time, Mr. Uncle
Thank
P.
you. I appreciate your question, sir. This is real talk. I told y'all question and answer is one of my favorite times. Type of 20 if that makes sense to y'all. No, currently only MT4. I don't even like the MT5. I don't know why they even built that thing. That thing's stupid to me, but different story. Are you guys getting why I don't deal with stubborn people? I just don't. I don't have anything to do with them. I love on you and I can be cool with you. I can laugh and joke with you, but as far as letting you close to me in my inner circle, absolutely not. You're going to drain me. You're going to drain me. And I'm too old for that. People ask me advice all the time. I will give it to you. And this is why I just give advice and I leave it alone. You know why? Because I've learned that, you know what, people end up deciding, they will decide what they want to do with their life. They will ask you, and you can spend all day telling them, but then we have, and I'll say this and move on to the next hand. But let me say this: just last night, the real talk, and this is why I like my wife. Oh, she's such a beautiful person. Gosh, she's a beautiful person. Just a wonderful human being. Just kindness. She wakes up with kindness. Just kind. But last night she was talking to a person, and this young lady is dealing with a man who's just absolutely no good. Just no good. I knew it when, as soon as I walked through the door and she introduced her, I knew he was no good. I knew it. But she married him. And here it is years later. But actually last year, she ended up in the hospital. The man didn't even want to come to the hospital to see his wife. And when we hopped on the phone to check him on that, he got pissed off with us for trying to make him go see his own wife in the hospital. How? How? Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Nothing but an old raggedy, stinking butt man. Just raggedy. And even then, we told her, this is not the guy for you. I know you love him, but he's just doing wrong by you, left and right, cheating, this and that and that and the other. But I love him. She called last night, wondering, okay, what's my exit strategy? Because I plan on packing and leaving when he's XYZ. But look how long she's suffered for years with this guy that everybody knows was no good for her. But it didn't matter how much advice we gave. Why? Because her emotional mind, not logical, everything we said logically made sense to her, but her emotional mind overrid logic. And she's stuck with her bad habit until she couldn't take it no more herself. Now, logical mind is kicking in saying, I don't care how we emotionally feel, we gonna go logical because this ain't making no more sense. The man bringing women into the house now. That's how low and disrespectful he is. And now she's saying, I think I had enough. Okay, well, there you go. And it's the same thing that's happening in this Forex market. No matter how much I teach people, people still do what they want to do. That's fine. When you get tired, you'll change. That's why you introduce truth, but you don't force truth on people. Hope religious people heard me. You introduce truth, but you don't force it because people have to accept it when they're ready. That's why Jesus never forced himself on people. He introduced himself to people. Type amen if y'all hear me. All right, let me get to the next hand. Tosh, go right ahead.
Good morning, Uncle P.
All right, what's happening?
First and foremost, thank you so much for sharing your platform and this opportunity in these last 2 weeks. It has been truly life-changing. So totally appreciate you. Tremendous amount of respect for what you're doing for the culture. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Now my question is, I have the Ocean Wave, and it's a feature question.
Sure.
The pips meter that's on the right corner, are you able to show me where I'm able to add that feature so I'm able to see the pips moving like yours?
Oh, you're talking about, so if I enter a trade, let me see. Nobody take this trade, please. This is just for example's sake. So you're talking about this right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's not mine. That's actually a free indicator in your market store. And the MP4 market store is called Show Pips. Show Pips. Okay. The reason why I use that is because, especially when I'm doing YouTube videos and stuff, because I have to broadcast to so many people, I want them to literally see the pip stuff.
Yeah, okay? It's very helpful.
Yeah, so it's a free indicator. So it's called Show Pips. Anybody can get it out the MP4 market store. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yep. All right. And let me go ahead and mute. And I'm gonna speed up now, you guys, because I'm well over time. Sorry for holding you guys so long, but let's get to the next one. D, go ahead. Unmute.
Uncle Pizzle.
What's up with you?
How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man.
Good. I wanted to say a couple of things. First and foremost, I entered gold on the 16th of November. I'm still in gold.
I bet you. Ooh, ooh. Look at this from the 1 hour, y'all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pippa, that's Pippalicious. That's Pippalicious right
Yeah.
there. Boy. Ooh,
Yeah.
baby boy, that's Pippalicious right there, man. Look at that.
So I took to heart your last Wednesday's meeting where you was talking about market cycles. Really, like, it was a light bulb moment for me, of understanding when to get into the market and when to stay out of the market. So my question was, I saw at least, I think, 6 different trade setups that alerted me on Ocean Wave for the trade.
Mm-hmm.
The arrows were in the right direction, but the MACD wasn't quite ready yet. It was either right below or right above the buy before it was taken. My question is, do we go ahead and enter those trades, or does it have to look like if I'm going in a buy, does it have to look like what it does right there on gold right there? Love it.
Very good question. This was, again, why I like question and answer. All right, here's how discernment using the system works. Excuse me, y'all. I'm not feeling well. All right, here's 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3 of importance. The first one is the arrow. That's number 1 to let me know there's a potential entry. That's potential number 1. Okay, of importance. Number 2 is down here. How many of these are showing me that the trend is in that same direction? That's importance number 2. Importance number 3 would be the MACD. This is extra on top. It's like the icing or the cherry on top. So
okay,
if I see that the MACD, for an example, let's just say this one hasn't crossed yet, but it's right here. Okay, it's right there coming close to the line, but it had already rounded, got a pot belly, but now the belly is thinning out and it's heading back up and getting ready to cross, but yet this is already above. These are mainly showing it to go. Then yeah, sometimes I'll make an exception on that.
Okay. Because I passed up
all the time. No, I wouldn't do it all the time. There's a more confirmation, the better. Now, here's another way I work around it. If this is still not there yet, sometimes I'll jump back to a lower time frame and see. So, for an example, here's a good one. Here's where a good one. See, most of these were ready to go, but where was that MACD? It wasn't ready yet. Not yet, but you can see in an already, and we can draw this because some of y'all learn how to do this, with your MACDs or your lower indicators, stochastic, and they say, here's where you draw this right here so you can see the confluence, you know what I mean? And you can see here's the high, but you see this is great. Even the MACD is creating higher highs. Here's a low, here's a higher low, and it's bouncing. So it looks like it's almost there, but at the time of the entry, it wasn't exactly there yet, but it was right there creeping at the line. You see that?
Right.
Okay. So if I have this and most of these are already there and this is creeping close to the line, but they just haven't crossed exactly yet, yes, then I can at that point make an exception. Sometimes I'll make an early judgment call, especially if I can't be around and I don't want to miss the opportunity. Yeah, then there you go. That's what I'll do. So what I would have done, taking this trade, put my stop below the arrow, and did it work out? Absolutely. And see, here's where I was telling you, the other gentleman, that, yeah, I can start my stop loss right here, comfortably out of the way. Okay. Then it's going up. I can move the stop right here. See, when price action is up here, 2 waves below, boom, boom. Once it's up here, move it up to the next wave. Once it's up here, I can move it up to the next wave. Completely out of the way. Where did my stop originally start? Way down here. Where is it now? Right here. And that's this thing. Once it's shot up here, ooh, Jesus, that's pretty nice. Now I'm comfortably here. See? And I'm just following the wave. That's why I like the wave pattern, because it also can act as a stop loss as well. Stop loss levels.
Right.
Makes sense? So going back to your original question, this would be a perfect example. It's creeping there, almost there, but it ain't there. But as long as I got arrows and most of these are pointing in that direction, yes, sometimes I'll go ahead and pull the trigger. Okay.
Okay. One last question. I know you don't like to do a lot of extra work, but if you could let us know what pairs you're looking at on Sunday.
I don't
With those.
No, I don't care about that. I'm looking for patterns, not pairs.
Right. Well, I'm saying like when you're scanning your Ocean Wave, say, okay, guys, these are the pair. This is what I see on Ocean Wave. These are the trades that I like for the beginning of the week. I think that would.
No, you know why? Because I'd be cutting into our other service, which is if I'm gonna do all that, it's gonna be part of the signals because that's really me telling you, hey, here's a signal alert, which is what Mr. Elvis does. So that's why I made the decision I would never do that for the Ocean Wave. Because again, if I'm telling you guys, hey, let's go ahead and look at this, that's just as good as sending a signal. And then that wouldn't need.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That's one business.
Yes, sir.
The other business, and I don't want to do that. So I told my team I ain't doing that one.
But thank you, sir.
I appreciate you, bro. Good question, though. And you're not the first one to ask that. So just giving you guys rationale. Because if I'm calling out things here, and then Mr. Elvis or Dr. Elvis is over there calling out signals, it's the same thing, and then we'll lose that portion of the business on signals. So no, I don't do that. All right, Chris, you're up next. Go ahead and unmute, Mr. Chris. And by the way, while we're waiting on Chris to unmute, I want to thank you guys who are a part of the signal service. You don't even know what you're actually doing. It's not just a service, but we take, as a company, we take a tithe out of each portion of the business and support other companies. Hey, Chris, are you there? Chris? Hi. Hold on 1 second, Chris. Hold on 1 second.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, all right. Hold on 1 second. Let me say this real quick. So what we do is we take a portion of the money out of the business and we actually support other ministries and other companies that are out there in the world helping to save the world. So you guys are contributing to that. I just don't say it because, again, I mean, if you go off the Sexy Analyst, you see a whole list of companies that we do support. Some of them we do, some we, but which I need to update it, but I haven't. But there's a plethora of companies out there that are out there doing good in the world, and we actually support them with the funds we making from our services here. But in particular, and I know Mr. Elvis is an extremely humble guy. He doesn't discuss stuff. In fact, he got his doctorate and didn't really want to say anything about it. But I said, no, that's something that I think the team needs to be, everybody needs to know that he earned. That's hard work. And that was great. But from what he, as a part of the business receives, he uses that portion of it to actually support an entire family. Did you guys hear what I said? Type of 20 in the box if you heard what I said. So there's a family out there that our signal service is providing care for month to month from his end. And from my end, we're also supporting other nonprofits and this and that we're supporting out there. So you guys, every time you're buying anything or subscribing to any of our services, you don't even know that you're actually behind the scenes being a blessing to the world. And the only reason I don't get deeper into the details is because it's always going to be some fool who's a hater out there, always, well, show me this and show me that. Listen, I'm not going to be here kissing your behind. Okay. God knows what we're doing. Mr. Elvis knows, our team knows what's going on behind the scenes, and the recipients who's receiving these blessings, they know. I'm not going to waste my time on foolish people who's just trying to tear down our character and do this and this. I even had a nonprofit organization, but I never asked any donations or anything from Super Easy because I didn't want nobody saying, oh, he's just trying to use it as a scam, because it's the first thing people do. They're so freaking negative. It's ridiculous. So behind the scenes, this is what we're doing, because we're trying to be a blessing to people who can't help themselves. And I want to thank you guys for every person who has ever bought anything. You have personally contributed to the things that we're doing behind the scenes. I wish I could get into it more, but again, that also bring in haters who's just going to try to tear down your character. And I'd rather not even waste my time on that, because the people out there who needs it, they could care less whether we're a legitimate company, scam company. All they know is we show up and we're blessing them. So why waste my energy on stupid people? Everybody clear on that? Type of 30 in the box if you're clear. So again, thank you everybody who has ever bought anything. These are some of the places where your money is actually going month to month. Okay. All right, Chris, go right ahead.
Well,
hi.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Uncle P. That's awesome, man. Thank you for all the work you do.
Yeah,
Um,
guys. And thank God.
I was wondering if you could look at a pair for me. Your JPY.
Yeah.
I saw that the market reversed last week Tuesday, and and it's been going up since last week Tuesday.
Let me get this straight out so nobody take it because it was just a sample trade. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, but then on Sunday it's been trending down since Sunday. So so I was wondering, does that characterize as a midweek reversal, or that's just a one-off, or
No. See,
how do you explain that?
Yeah, I don't. I just look at this. That's why I said in the beginning of the week, what am I looking at? Ocean wave. See, it would tell you.
Ocean wave, yes.
See, here it was. Look at this. What did it tell us? Down it goes. So had you got in on the ocean wave, let's say right there, okay, everything lined up. The MACD is below the 0 line. Okay. That's why I said I'm not even looking at some of this other stuff. At this lowest point, you would have made 116 pips off of this one trade, bro. That's since yesterday. See what I'm saying? That's why I don't want to look. Now, from the reversal here, we can see here's the high. Here's a high. What is this? What do we call this?
That's a lower high.
Bing, bing. So what did I tell you? Down, down, down. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. Here you can see that it was tap dancing against the trend lines, hit resistance level, and it just started going down. Drop to the 15-minute. Let's see if we have. Hold on, let me go back and let me draw a line. So no matter which way you looked at it, all of them were, it was a confirmation on both saying down, down, down it goes. Look at the arrow right there. That's why I said you can use the simplicity system to go with the trend, but most people always are looking for reversals, which is my concern. You can use simplicity for trading the trend as well. You can. So if you looked at it from the 4-hour, this is like you said, here's a high, here was the lower high. What would you expect was supposed to happen here?
You're going to get a lower low and then a lower high again if it continues.
And here's the arrow. See, went right to it. So no matter which way you use, no matter which system, and from this one to here to this low, right about there, that was actually more pips. That was about 180, 170, 180 pips right there you could have made.
Okay. I guess my last question is, okay, so since the reversal happened on Sunday, so when should we expect, for the next reversal, I guess?
See, was it a reversal or was it actually just trending downwards? Because see, once you create a lower high, that's telling you what?
There's a change of character or change of structure.
It's already changing
It's
direction.
a new trend. It's a new direction. Yes.
And let me put this one because that's the inner trend lines. Let me shut those off and let's see what the outer trend lines are talking about. Okay. Let's go. Let's see if we can see it here. Okay, so it's showing that it's bouncing back up. So it's still showing that. Let's see on the day. Ooh, daytime. Ooh, that's the daily. You clearly could have seen that. All right, from 30 minutes, we do see it. But either way it goes, the point is the moment you see a lower high, and that's the key, a lower high, what does that tell you? What direction is the trend going?
It's lower. It's going down.
It's going down. So I'm not looking to go high. I'm not looking for it to do this. I'm looking for it to go down. So no matter whether you use this one or you saw it on the ocean wave, either way it goes, they both were telling you the truth. Don't try to, it's not a reversal. It's actually just trending down. The lower high created a pullback. See, this is a pullback. But the truth is, at the end of the day, which way are we actually heading? Down.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
I guess I'm confused because I guess since we've been moving up since last Tuesday, we're going up right now. So I guess I was looking for there to be a reversal this morning or yesterday morning.
Yeah, I get you. No, but not me. Because again,
unless we're still going up, I don't know.
Yeah, see, this is a high.
Yes.
Lower high. That's the
Lower
key.
high.
If
Yes.
it's lower high, that means you can connect these tops. What is this? And look at this. Look at this. If we're connecting tops, what did I tell you? This one line, just connect the tops. Which way is this looking?
Okay. So
Now it's
going down. It's trending down. Yes.
that's right. It did go here. See, it did go down and bounce up here. So this was telling the truth. Hit right off of there and bounced off that level. But when it stopped and it didn't retest this level and it created a low, that told me which way it's going. Back down again. So eventually, which is why I like these trend lines, because eventually, if it consistently keeps doing this, so if it creates another one and creates another lower high, lower than this one, the trend lines are automatically going to readjust for you to let you know it is now established as a legitimate downtrend. But we could have spotted it early.
Okay. Wait, so what's the difference between a reversal and a change in trend?
Good.
I thought it was the same thing. Yeah.
So basically, when you see it was pushing up, push, and it hit the top of this zone.
Yes.
And then it pulled down. That was a sign of a reversal there. And that's midweek. When it came down and bounced and came back, that is a pullback.
Pullback, yes.
Yes. Then it continued down where it was going into a downtrend. So right here, anytime you have it going in one direction this whole time and it just completely stops and then can't go any further and goes that way, that's when you have your reversals. The key is using the simplicity system with the sexy. The simplicity was putting that zone, see this red zone? Once you came all the way to the top and couldn't go no further, what happened?
Yes.
It stopped, and there you go. So that was your key. Notice that this can come all the way back up to the top of that zone.
Yes, it was lower. Yes.
You got it. That zone is moneymaker. Okay. Same thing with EU. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You see what happened?
Yes. EU did the same thing. GJ did the same thing.
That's a reversal. That's a reversal. It completely stopped, got stopped in its track and couldn't go no further, and then it dropped. That's a reversal.
Okay. So if I'm a reversal trader, do I wait until wait until Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to see if it
if you're a reversal trader, what are your work days?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
All right. So that means what do you need to do? Wait for opportunity, more reversals. Okay. Not right now. You got to wait for it to reset itself, which will probably create a double high or something like that. But either way it goes, for me, if I'm looking for reversals, anywhere after the London session is open, at least an hour or two after London is open, midweek, I'm going to keep looking for these opportunities.
Okay, got it.
That's all I'm going to be looking for. Because see, it then already did it once. Chances are it's going to come back up and try to retest or create a lower high or something. And then I can tap it again. Okay. I can tap it again.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Guys, remember your work schedule. If you're a reversal trader, you work midweek. If you're a trend trader, you work beginning of the week. Okay. All right. Cleo.
Good morning, Uncle P. How you doing today?
Okay, how are you?
I'm all right. First of all, thank you for everything. I appreciate everything you're teaching us.
Yeah.
I had two questions for you. One is kind of like the same question that was just asked. So at the midweek reversal is really just the start of the opposite trend?
Counter trending, yes.
Okay. My question was, once we, like, for instance, if I got in on GJ at the start of the uptrend, should I just treat it like an uptrend and get out when I see the trend ending, or should I ride it out? How long should I ride it out?
Well, like I said, if you have both systems, you'll completely see. For an example, Okay, this was going up, 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 up. You could have made a boatload of pips. My God, that was nice. But look at what's happening here. See, it told you enough, enough. Okay, but in the beginning of the week, like I said, one of the things I'm always keeping an eye on is once it's hitting to the top of my zone, and I'm seeing you hit resistance levels like it did here, same thing here. So I'm keeping my eye. This will be telling me when I need to be getting out. That's why, for me personally, I like both systems. So if I was riding this thing, riding, then I take a glance and it's on this system, and I see that you're in the top of my simplicity zone, you're hitting resistance and all these different other the top of the trend line. Okay, what did I tell you? You might want to do.
Get out, shorty.
You got it. That's the benefit of having both, because you can take a glance, especially during midweek, and you say, okay, I think that's enough. I need to not be greedy. Let me take what I got and keep it moving.
Okay. I understand what you're saying.
Especially going into midweek. This is what I'm telling you guys. You can be a trend trader. That's cool. And you can still see opportunities for Ocean Wave even during midweek. I'm not telling you it's not going to be opportunities, but I'm simply telling you that a lot of times it's pushing the price to set it up for the high of the week. And then here comes the reversal. Okay. Which is what we saw on Ocean. This thing was pushing. But this is Wednesday. Here was Tuesday. What did Tuesday tell you? It's over. No more uptrend. You see that?
Yes, sir.
That's the point. Midweek reversal. See how midweek reverse? Here's Wednesday. Here's Tuesday. See that blue neutral zone? That means, change is on its way. See, it was telling you that. Here's Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Even on Monday, it was telling you enough is enough. You made enough. Don't be greedy. Neutral zone. And what happened? Tuesday, late Tuesday, you can see it over here because it's crossing it. Late Tuesday going into Wednesday, you had your reversal. There you go. You can even see it on Ocean Wave. Same
okay.
thing.
Okay.
It was up, and then boom, you hit right here to this spot and you reversed. Midweek reversal. That's why I don't trend trade during midweek reversal. I don't look for that.
Gotcha. Okay, so at the midweek reversal, it's not saying that the trend is completely over. It's just a counter trend.
Well, watch this. What was the trend doing this whole time? Which way? Bouncing up and down? Up. It was heading up. Let's do it back to Ocean. What was it doing this whole time? I'm gonna figure this out. Yep, it was clean. Midweek. Again, this is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. Here's late Monday. As soon as it hit late Monday, what was it doing? Stalling out.
Neutral, stalling out.
Okay, we can see it right here. That's why it was stalling out right here, right there. See, retesting, failed, and then you got your reversal. Drop down to
perfect.
And there was the arrow. Now watch this. Let's hit Control Y just to verify. This is Wednesday. This is Tuesday. Late into Monday, what do we see? Stalling out. See, that's why I said you still want to keep your eye on it. Okay, if you have both systems, keep your eye out. But the moment I saw on the 4 hour that this thing has given me some great pips to the upside, great. But now you're hitting at this. And this is everything that I'm looking for. Which, by the way, you guys, remember I told you that you will have exceptional days, some exceptions. This would have been one of them. Late Monday going into Tuesday is where you saw where it started doing a little early setup for a reversal.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks a lot, Uncle P.
Got it. That's why you keep your eye on both systems. Ride it enough, but don't be greedy. Once you flip over here, late Monday going into what? Tuesday. Tuesday start, it's the start of what? Midweek reversal. And you see it clearly right there.
And would a counter trends continue the rest of the week, the entire?
That's a great question. Do we know? I don't know.
Okay.
You could stop here and pull back and retest this high. See, I'm not looking for a trend no more. Remember your job schedule. For me personally, I am only looking for trend trades at what part of the week?
The beginning of the week, before Team B clocks in.
Okay. You can do what you want. But again, am I looking for continuation of the trend?
No, sir.
No, I'm not. Why? Because this thing is sitting on a strong support level as we're looking right now as we speak. It's retesting it, and retesting it. See, this is where it's heading. Strong support level, okay? Strong support. So that means it could come here and bounce and retest the high. It could. Not saying it will. It could. But to be on the safe side, knowing that this is mid-week reversal time, would I try to look for these, or would I just stay away from it and only keep searching for reversals?
Gotcha. Just keep searching for the reversals.
I'm going to look for reversals. I already had a couple of good ones. Look, this one paid out really well. Cool. Now I done cashed out. Take your money and run. Wait this evening or until tomorrow and look for some more reversals.
Got you. Got you.
Keep it simple. Simple. This every time I break my own rules, I blow up some trades of my own. And then when I look back, I can be pissed all I want. But the truth is, P, you knew. You knew what day of the week it was. Stick to the plan.
Excellent. Excellent. I absolutely understand.
Gotcha. Cool.
Thanks, Uncle P.
Yes, sir. Let's get to the next one. Next person. And we're almost done because I got to get out of here. Anthony, go ahead and unmute.
Hey, good morning, Uncle P.
Good morning.
Hey, I have a question for you in regards to a video you did, a class session you did in regards to prop firms a little while back. I haven't been able to find it because I'm pretty sure it's buried in a lot of other classes you've done since then. I didn't have an interest in prop firms back then, even though I did listen to your information. And I'm kind of want to take a run at one now and do some of the practice evaluations. But one thing that stuck out with me that you had spoke about that I'm kind of foggy about is the drawdown, the daily drawdown, and how it's calculated. And I remember you saying something about that these prop firms, they calculate that daily drawdown a specific way, and I wasn't sure. I didn't remember what was said about that.
Yeah. And I don't remember what I said back then, or because I talked about so many different features of what they do. But always the biggest thing if you're going to trade a prop firm account is to keep your eye on your daily loss limits, because those are moving targets. Because so for an example, a lot of them, they would say 4% drawdown, okay, or 6% drawdown, daily drawdown limits. And that means, let's just say you started an account with $100,000 account. You made $100 today on that account. That means you have $101,000, right? Or 100.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let's say you started with a $1,000 account. You made $100. Now your account is at 1,100, right? That 4% that it started at in your head, you say, okay, 4% of 1,000. No, it's not 4% of 1,000 no more. It's 4% of $1,100. Okay, so that means that target is always moving. Okay, so that means your daily limit is always being reset. Excuse me. It's always being reset approximately about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're resetting and checking. So if you have in your head that my 4% daily loss limit is set to that $1,000 limit, but you're not factoring in whether you made profit or not, that target moved up. And so if you go beyond that, you was like, well, you said I can go down to $800. And I'm just giving a rough number. You said I can go down to $800. No, that was true when you first started. But now your limit moved up because it's a moving target, 4% of your balance. That means we're considering the $1,100. So that means, no, you can't be at $800. That target moved up to $850. So you was thinking 800 still in your head, but you went down to 850 and they took you out and said you didn't pass. So those moving numbers, you just got to keep your eye on that at all times. The safest way to do that, is never even come close to their daily loss limit. And the best way to do that is to always use smaller stop losses. I'm sorry, not smaller stop losses, smaller lot sizes, bigger stop losses. That's the absolute best way to do it.
Okay.
Small lot sizes. Don't be in a rush. That's the part of the problem, because we're always trying to accomplish our goal, get past this challenge as fast as possible. So I see this great trade and it looks so perfect and do. And there you go, doubling up on that trade. And then that one trade loses and it knocks you out of your daily limit and you're done. Okay.
Okay. Okay. that definitely helps.
Okay, yeah, and that's the general rule as far as trading. Just it doesn't matter how big the account is, and this is and let me be very clear: the allure, and I want everybody to hear this. The allure is the fact that, oh, I'm trading $100,000 account. No, you're not. I'm going to say it again. The allure. Oh, I'm trading a $50,000 account. I'm trading a $100,000 account. I'm trading $200,000. You have access to that. Yes. But truth is, the daily loss limit. Let me give you an example. I work with one of these, and you got a $300,000 account. Okay. Your daily loss limit on a $300,000 account is $12,000. In other words, you can lose up to $288,000. I want y'all to do this math. You have a $300,000 account, but you can lose up to $288,000. How much is that actually? Somebody type. I want to see if y'all get this. This is really important. Y'all got it. 12K. So do I really have a $300,000 account, or do I have a $12,000 account? You see the difference in thinking?
Yeah.
In my peripheral view, I see 300, 300, 300. But all it takes is for me to lose one trade that was worth 12,000. And I'm out of the game. So which one is more important, the 300,000 or the 12,000?
Always going to be that lower number.
All right, then don't get excited about big numbers. That's the biggest thing that always trips people up. It's not, I don't care. It doesn't, if you're going to go for a prop firm account, it's just to get more daily limit. You really don't have that much to play with unless you're very good and consistent. You know, you trade like the institutions like Mr. Elvis does in the Signals group, which is why people use the signals from Mr. Elvis to pass these prop firm challenges now. They finally woke up to the truth because of the simple fact he trades like the institution, so he knows where to put your stop loss. And he even tells you only use this lot size with this and this. And now they're able to stay within the parameters of the rules that they wouldn't have been able to do if they traded on their own. The reason why is because they keep getting caught in the size of the account from the advertisement, but the daily loss limit is the true amount you have to play with. Because the moment you hit the daily loss limit, you're out of the game. You didn't lose 300,000, you only lost 12,000. So why am I out the game? Which one was more important, the 300 or the 12? It was the 12, sir. Your daily loss limit is more important than anything else. And they give you a daily loss limit, and then they give you a max overall loss limit. Those two limits are the most important. Okay. All right. I think I lost them.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was just listening to you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So don't.
Yeah, that pretty much answered my question. I was trying to figure that out, and I think that's exactly what you were talking about in that particular class that time.
Yeah. And that's all I'm saying, brother. Don't get caught up in the allurement of it all. The allurement. Oh, I got 300. I got $200,000 account. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have that. You have access to that, but you actually don't. And here's where the problem comes in. The allure, and this is where prop firms, and I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying they're not legit. They're legit. They're legit for legitimate traders. But here's the problem. You trade with 200,000 in your head. It only takes you over leveraging one trade that loses 12,000. Okay. And in your head, you're saying 12,000 out of 300,000, man, I still got plenty left. You do, but not to them. That making sense? So
that makes sense.
You throwing down these lot sizes like it's candy because you got 300,000. So you're going big. Hurry up and pass this prop firm and let me make about 40,000 to 50,000 a month off of this account, and you just start dreaming of all the money you're going to make. And so you got to start throwing down 30, 40, 50 lots because I got a $300,000 account, but not taking into account that all it takes is one of those trades not to work out and hit your stop. And it don't even have to hit your stop. It just went into drawdown by 12,000 and your account gets shut off. And you'd be like, man, I can't get access to my account. Why can't I place this trade? Then it turned you off. So what was more important? The 12,000, not the 300.
12,000. See, that's the way I'd actually thought about it when I looked at it and I read it and I saw, what they were offering and just like you said, that 4% or that 1%, that smaller number is more important. But even more important than that, I was trying to figure out how to manage my risk inside of that to pass these challenges. And it looks like they're forcing you to have consistency, and take your time.
Here's the point. 0.5% will keep you safe with prop firms. 0.5%, not even 1%, 0.5%. 0.5%. Okay. Use 0.5% and take your time. Otherwise, you're just giving up. You know why? Look. Truth big, and I thought about this the other day. That's why I say I love Super Easy. I really, hands down, thank God for what we're doing here. Because you won't hear this stuff talk about in any other group. They don't talk about all this. I thought about this the other day. These prop firms, they love doing specials, Black Friday specials, this, that special. And they lure you in to buy these specials. Special. They know damn well, Lord forgive me for saying, but they know damn well that the majority, if not, y'all want to hear some truth. It's okay. Give me, and I got Carl, you're the last person. I got to go. I'm well over my time. But let me tell this truth. It's truth. You run a prop firm, and it's an honest business. You ain't calling nobody. You just know the retail trader better than they know themselves. What did I say at the beginning of the class? How many traders in the retail space lose? 80 to 90% of them. Are you with me? Are you with me, sir?
Oh yeah.
I want you to hear me real good. Okay. Oh, I got to get Anthony. Anthony, I see you, and then Carl, you're the last person. I really got to go. I'm well over my time. All right. I'm running a business. I have 80 to 90% of global clients who are thirsty to hurry up and flip account and make money. So I open up a business that caters to that kind of client. Have I done anything wrong yet, sir?
Oh, no.
No, I haven't. I'm just providing a good service. And I'm providing it to these thirsty crackheads called retail traders. Forgive the term, but it's the truth. Because they're not really traders, they're just gamblers. They haven't even flipped a demo account, and yet they want to try to pass a prop firm challenge. I'm just going to provide a service. And to make it more attractive, I'm going to throw these discounts out. I'll give you 15% off our price. And if you pass, we're going to give you 200% of your deposit back. Oh, that is sexy offer, isn't it? Black Friday special. Thanksgiving special. New Year special. Special. They look for reasons to give you a special. Why? Because it's free money. Who's really going after these prop firms? Is it banks and institutions or retailers?
It's always retailers.
Always retailers. And doing the numbers, how many of these retailers actually will be profitable?
Like you said, 90% or not 90% fail, 95% fail.
So the 10% who does make money, I'm just paying you out of the 90% who just giving us free money. Now, you can call it a Ponzi scheme. You can call it what you want. I call it just doing good business because I'm just catering to these people. I'm serving juice to the thirsty crackheads out there. It's the new drug for retail traders. And you can't blame me for taking advantage of your stupidity. You want this. I'm just providing what you want. Why? Because I ain't the one making you do this. You doing it. I'm just giving you a clean opportunity. And they're right. They're not taking advantage of you. You can't call them a scam. You're scamming yourself. Why would you attempt to do a prop firm account and you ain't flipped a demo yet? That's your fault. They are providing a legitimate service. If, and that's the key, if you got the skills to pass, then you can make some real money off of somebody else's using OPM, other people's money. That's true. That's a legitimate service. It's legit. So don't get mad at them. It's you. You have to know whether you're really ready for something like that or not. And based on what we're talking about today, sir, with the retail traders, how many do you think is really ready for that?
Once again, like you said, about 5%, 5 to 10%.
I rest my case. This is why I keep saying over and over again, people keep saying scam, 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 scam. And the truth is, these people are scamming themselves. They're lying to themselves. You're not even ready. We even tell you stay in demo and you refuse to do it. So then when you lose real money, that's your fault because you didn't even take the time to study nothing. You don't take your time. You're in such a rush to make money. And then when it don't work out, you're looking for somebody else to blame when in truth, the person you need to be blaming is the one staring in the mirror. Everybody's just providing a service or a system or some knowledge or something for those who will take their time to learn. Because there are people making money in this space. It's just not you. Not you personally, sir, but talking to the retail trader, it's just not you. And so the moment you get off your high horse, humble yourself and say, God, it is me. I need help. I'm willing to change my ways so I can get better. Until you humble yourself and stop trying to find people to blame, nothing is going to be different for you. Your broker loves you because you trading 40 and 50 trades a day, knowing doggone well that is inappropriate. You know it and I know it. And yet these retail traders do it every day. But a person who takes their time and very methodical, stick to rules, they take very few trades a day. And do you agree with that, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
So do the brokers like those kind of traders? No, they don't. Because they don't make it.
They don't make money from them.
Okay, now come on now. Come on. See, and this is all truth that every retail trader knows, and yet they won't do it. This is why I said the truth will set you free only if you accept it and apply it. Blaming other people ain't gonna never help you. Apply the truth you know. You know that don't fit. You took 40 trades just in 2 days, and you're tired and broke. And then you want to take that bad habit and pay a prop firm. And then when you lose that, you're mad again. Who are you mad at? Well, I'm gonna write a review on this prop firm, and I'm gonna write a review on Uncle P, and I'm gonna write. Instead of wasting your time writing all these reviews, why don't you waste that time studying and getting yourself right? Write yourself a journal and say, you know what? Here's what I did wrong. And I'm going to start holding myself accountable, and I'm not going to do this again. You want to write something? Journal. That's what makes all of us better. Accountability. Why apply for a prop firm when you can't even flip a demo? You're begging to give away money. And they're going to take it. Happily. And I cannot blame them because, again, they're not running a scam. They said, if you pass, then we'll pay you 80-20 split or whatever. But the key word was what? If. And they know 80 to 90% won't make it. So giving 15% discount off of free money all day long. We'll give you 20% off. $1,000 prop firm. Yeah, I'm still making $800 free off of your stupid behind. And you're probably going to give it to me in about a day or two. It ain't going to take you long to blow it. And that's free money. Yeah, I'll take that all day long. Who wouldn't? I just know you better than you. I'm just capitalizing on your crack ways. Not trying to be funny about drug addicts, but I'm saying in the retail space, we are drug addicts. We have to admit the truth. We are drug addicts, trade addicts, can't stop, addicted, got to be in the trade. Am I right, sir?
You're absolutely right.
All right, then.
I think that's why it's taken me this long to actually even consider it.
And
it's just, yeah.
I'm glad. See, this is why I always love question and answer period. It brings out good stuff that I can't do in a lecture, only through question and answer period. And yes, sir, this is what I'm so glad you asked the question. We're addicts. We have to trade. And the brokers love us, prop firms love us, everybody loves us except for us. We don't even like ourselves no more. We don't even know who we are. Everybody's benefiting off of our efforts except for us and our families. And yet, when I talk about different things we can do to improve, rejection happens. What? A 50-bit stop? What? Okay. All right. Keep doing you then. How well has that been working over the last several years for you? And all you have to do is just same trade, just a little bit larger stop loss and a little smaller lot size. That's all I'm asking. Smaller stop line, smaller lot size, and a bigger stop loss. Just reverse it to. You're currently using a large lot size and a small stop loss. I'm just asking you to reverse it. Use a larger stop loss and a smaller lot size. Just reverse the two and keep doing what you was doing. Because half the time your trade in a day or two actually worked out perfectly. Don't that happen to a lot of us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't that your analysis was wrong. It's just that, guess what? You didn't have patience and you tried to grow too fast. All I can do is teach. And when I'm getting done, I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say. I don't want to talk about it no more. Everybody heard what I had to say. And I've been teaching the same way for years, and I will stand on my own 2 feet and continue to do so. Because again, sir, if I was talking to institutional traders, would I even be having to have this conversation?
It wouldn't be a conversation.
It wouldn't even be a conversation. If I had to have this conversation, that person who's at that institution wouldn't be working there very long, would they?
No.
All right, then. I rest my case. I rest my case. I rest my case. Judge, render the verdict. I've given my closing argument. I'm done. I'm done. And we keep doing the same thing over and over again. Because we're addicts and we won't confess the truth. All right. I got to get to the next one. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Last call, Carlon. I think that's your name.
Yes, sir. It's Carlin Davenport.
Okay. Hey, Carlin. Nice to meet you.
All right. I'm very, very new to your class. I got about a week or two under my belt of Forex knowledge, period, in my whole life.
Oh, okay. Good. You're in the right place.
I own a small business, and I'm looking to, not lose any money and continue to grow. I got 5 kids to take care of, so I can't take losses. I'm normally pretty good with money. Okay, as a new Forex person, I just want to know, what would you suggest? Of course, I want to buy this sexy analyst system or whatever system I need. But what do you suggest as a brand new 36-year-old trying to get into Forex and got a family to take care of? I have a little bit of money to spend and learn if I have to. I'm willing to do whatever I got to do. I'm willing to go all in. But I think this is something that could change my life, my family life, if it's done right.
Right here. I'm always going to tell you guys, if it was me doing it all over again, I would always start with the ocean wave. Start there first. You're only going to be trading 3 days a week, so you're not spending a lot of time away from your family. It's going along with the trend, which is what institutional traders actually do. They're the ones pushing this trend. But as you can clearly see, it's push the trend until midweek begin. Just remember that rule. Push the trend until midweek begin.
Okay.
Push the trend until midweek begin.
Okay, I just started an account on Forex.com. Is that where you use? Is that where
I don't mention brokers because I don't recommend them. I don't do broker
I
recommendations.
don't even know nothing about none of that kind of stuff. I'm just kind of.
Here's the reason why. Let me
Go ahead.
say this. I don't make broker recommendations because some are legit and some are not, and I don't want to put Pat or Uncle P or whatever you want to call me. I don't put my name on stuff because that's a separate company that I have no control over. So if they're legit and you have a great experience, praise God. But if you don't, I'm not putting Uncle P's name on there saying, oh, Uncle P said to use this and now they got me and now I got to answer. I got to answer for their behavior. I'm not doing it. So here's what I recommend you do. Google it, research it, check reviews on the broker you feel comfortable with, and you guys go from there. That's the reason I do that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm never, and there's tons of them who have reached out to me wanting me to, endorse them, work with them. I offered to pay you this and that, and you can't give me a penny to put my name on your company. Because unless I get to walk in your doors every day and see your staff and see your operation and have some say-so over it to make sure you running legitimate, Uncle P ain't putting his name on that. Keep your,
sir.
I don't want it. My reputation means more to me than a dollar. So do your own.
I greatly appreciate the service you doing.
Yeah,
the free training you giving out, this free game you giving out, you giving out $1 million worth of game, and I appreciate it.
I know, but here's the point. So here's the truth. I would start with Ocean Way because you only need to use this 3 days a week, Sunday, Monday, and some Tuesdays. Okay, that's it, and you're done for the week. Don't even touch it. Leave it alone. It could give.
How much money do I need, or should I start with? Do you give that kind of?
Love that question.
Okay.
I love it. Here's my answer. You don't start with nothing. Okay. You purchase the system and you open a free demo account and you practice into that thing until you can flip it 2 or 3 times. Once you're able to flip that demo account 2 or 3 times, then you will start with whatever number you are comfortable with and your family is comfortable with. You never start with live money. That is part of the problem. I'm so glad you asked that question. This is what retail traders do. They start brand new, don't even know what's going on, and then they throwing money into these markets and don't even know what's going on. And then when they lose the money over something they didn't even know what's going on, they get upset because they didn't know what was going on.
You're right about it. Hey, I want to say this. I lost about $600 in the last 24 hours to 48 hours, and I just started. I'm about 4 days in. You 100% right. You're 100% right. Now, that was on options, though.
Wait. How well do you understand trading options?
Not at all. I didn't even know what I was doing. I thought I had been practicing on MetaTrader, and I was doing good on MetaTrader. I got on this option thing, and I didn't even know what was going on. The time kept changing. I didn't know how long the trade lasted. I didn't know nothing. I deleted the whole app. Trust me, I deleted that crap.
And with that 600, you could have bought 2 of my trades. Actually, you could have bought 3 of my trades.
I just said that. I should have been learning instead of trying to make some money. I learned first.
This is exactly what I mean by retail traders. This is exactly right. Let me ask you this question. If you had to go work for an institution as a trader, would they have ever let you 4 days in touch any of their money?
No, they wouldn't have. I wouldn't have got to do. I would have got to touch no buttons.
Do you see? This is my point. And so when I'm talking to retail traders, they debate me. They tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But every time I just flip it back to professionals, institutional level, nobody to this very day after all these years have been ever able to refute me because they know the truth is the truth. There is no institution that would let you touch their capital and you only 4 days in and don't even know what's going on. But yet, because the retail space is available for anybody to just hop in at their will, you ain't got to know nothing. Just come on in and look at your money. Sir, to be honest with you, hear me good.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to joke with you. I want you to hear me really good. Are you looking in this camera?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I'm dead serious. I want you to really hear me. It could be possible that God is having you come here because you have a family that could have used that money. And God is putting you on pause to say, hold on, son. I know you want to do this, but you don't have wisdom. And you certainly don't have knowledge. Let me introduce you to somebody who's going to tell you the truth so that your family don't suffer. I want you to look at this chat box. I want you to look at the chat box, okay? You hear me?
Somebody said I lost 1,500.
Watch this. Look at the chat box. Everybody who has been with me for a while, and you've been trading for years, how many of you guys would agree that if he had not stopped this habit, he would have been thousands and thousands of dollars in the hole? How many would agree? Don't say nothing, sir. Don't say nothing. Just look at the chat. Watch this. I want y'all to type a 50 in the box. Type a 50 in the box if you think he would have been down a hole. We know how this goes. Those of us who've been around. It sucks you in. You just were starting to lose money. I promise you. This is like literally, and I'm sorry for using this term, but I literally meant what I mean. It's like crack. It is highly addictive.
Stay up all night, think about it.
That's exactly my point. It could be that God is putting you here so you can get some truth.
Yeah.
It will completely consume your thinking process. It will take over your life. It will take over your business. Your family will suffer. And I'm not kidding. I told you guys, I literally had a counseling session with a husband and wife because he did the same thing. And he was taking money out of the family account, and the wife found out about it. That's how bad he got sucked in. This is not a joke to me. Because he got sucked in. And he's also a business owner.
Throwing your profits away, basically.
Everything is going to end up going into this. I do believe that God has sent you here. And I'm not a prophet. I ain't no preacher man. I ain't none of that. But I
believe that too.
I just know that God has ways of doing things, of intervening in people's lives at certain points for a reason. I honestly believe that God had you come and meet me so that I can actually tell you the truth. Anybody else would have sold you a course. Oh, well, you know, that here's what you needed to do. If you would have purchased my course for $1,500 and then purchased, and it would have went on a selling spiel to get your money, because they really don't care about you or your children. They don't care. This business is vicious. They're nothing more than crack dealers to crack addicts. Because once you get into this, it's going to consume your thinking and take over you. And what's worse, the more you lose, the more you think about it. And I need you to stop. You are not to take another trade on anything for at least the next month or two.
Okay.
You are to just do nothing but to study and practice on the demo account. If you have not even flipped a free demo account, you have no business touching real money. That money could have went to your children.
It's all right.
Am I right about it, sir?
Yes, sir. So all right, could have paid my taxes. My taxes I gotta pay. Should pay yesterday.
You're correct.
Yeah.
You're correct. You had no business doing it. And I'm telling you this out of love, sir. Not because I don't think there's opportunities. I just know that you don't know enough.
I greatly appreciate that, man. I greatly appreciate it.
No, I'm glad that I met you, and I'm glad that you were the last caller. You were the last call, and I'm like, man, because 4 minutes from 3 hours in this class is way too long. It's only supposed to be an hour. We 3 hours up in this thing, but you're the last person, and I thank God I took your call.
I appreciate it, brother. I sure appreciate it.
No, here's the deal. Your family don't even know that I'm helping them. They have no idea.
Because you're 100% right about that. It's like crack. You get a little taste of it, you're like, damn, I could have won. I won a little bit, then I lost. Maybe I did this. Now you put live money. Just go practice. You're right. Just go practice.
This is why, let me tell you this and I'll let you go. This is why I don't like dealing with stubborn, cocky, arrogant, big mouth people who talk like, oh, came out the womb knowing how to trade. Once they finally I can't deal with those kind of people. I don't like you. You make me itch. You just make me uncomfortable. I don't like talking to people like that. I don't like it because they act like they don't remember the days when they struggled.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like people like that. I really don't. because we all started off. And people like me, it's not until you get to a point of exhaustion and just sick and tired of all of it, then the truth reveals itself. You know why? Because you're at the end of what you thought, and now you're open to truth.
Man, that's some knowledge right there, bro.
And it could cost you years of pain and thousands upon thousands, in my situation, hundreds of thousands of dollars of loss before you wake up and realize this is not the right way.
Yeah.
Are you with me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Hold on. With all love, can you make a commitment to me that as of today, until the first of the year, you can buy a trading system and study the course, that's fine, whether it's mine, Ocean Wave, or somebody else, that's cool. But you are not to actually take a live trade, whether it's in the stock market, options, or the Forex market, until at least the first of the year. Can you make that commitment to me?
I guarantee you.
Thank you, sir.
You got all the knowledge. You the teacher. I'm listening to what you say. I want to be like you, so I need to listen to what you say.
Then that requires you to study and be patient and keep coming here and asking questions, because if you don't, more money is going to come out of your family's coffers. And by the first of the year, you're going to look back and say, I wish I would have listened to Uncle P. He was so right. Are you with us?
I'm most definitely listening to you right now, for sure, 100%. I wish my wife was here right now. She'd be pointing in the camera. Listen to what he's saying. I hear you, brother. I hear you, for real. I hear you 100%.
Okay. All right, you guys.
I appreciate it.
All right, y'all. I'm going to end this class. Thank you very much for those who stayed.